I've set those in the chat, but table number 1, Justin Lois versus Davis Fry. This is an important matchup because the winner of this matchup guarantees a spot into the final money bracket.
That's just a straight guarantee. Either way,
whoever wins,
they're tied right now.
They're basically tied. Yep.
No. Yep.
They're win 4-1, 4-1. Yep.
Yep.
Round number 2, John Lennon. Or table number 2, John Lennon versus Nick Ant. I can't even say his whole last name.
We're just gonna say Ant.
That's right, Nick Ant. He these guys Enziladas. There we go.
So these guys, this is an interesting thing. So Alex Ng and John Lennon, that's what we care about in these two. I mean, not that we don't care about the other guys. I didn't mean to sound like that, but these two guys are the ones.
They're vying for the last spot in the top
8
in the top bracket.
And there's a 10-point spread between them. John Lennon's got it by 10 points. So basically,
if they both win and
Alex
they score the exact same number of points, John Lennon's got to win. Alex has got to win and beat.
Kind of destroy, honestly. Not really. I mean, 10 points is a lot of points, but it's not too many.
It's not undoable, but it's not easy. So he's got to beat his opponent by 10 points more than John beats his opponent. If one of them loses, then that obviously makes it easy. We know who's going to the best bracket.
So that's why we have these games up there for this.
And he's playing Alex is playing Ruben Fernandez. Not an easy game at all. So this is going to be some great matchups. A lot of chips on the line, if you will, for these last two streams. That's day of the stream. So.
I also want to say hi to our good friend Phil the Glacial Geek.
Oh, Phil is in the chat. Welcome to the chat. If you've been sneaking around, we didn't see you earlier. Hello. Glad to have you with us. Phil is an awesome guy. If you don't know Phil, check out his channel, Phil the Glacial Geek.
Phil the Glacial Geek. It's on YouTube. I wish. Yeah, there you go. You guys know it. You guys know and love it. Woo! You know Phil, and he does those beautiful cross-eyed looks. It's fantastic.
He runs a great channel, so
man,
he's fantastic. So we'd love to have him in.
He's fantastic. Yeah, so it looks like.
So let us know. We got to do the People's Champion. So this is where we do it. We're going to do it for 2 minutes, 1, 2, or 3. Table 1 is Justin Lois versus Davis Fry. Do you want us to People's Champion that match?
So if you scroll up just a little bit, yeah. So you scroll up just a little bit, you can see Table 1, Justin versus Davis. Table 2, John Lennon versus Nick. Table 3, Alex Ng versus Ruben Fernandez. So you guys go ahead and just spam the chat. We want 572 ones and twos, and then Thomas will count them all up so we know how many there are.
1, 2, or 3. Which one is going to be the People's Champion? We'll roll for it, and then I'll pick the winner, and I'll win People's Champion.
Oh my God, that's so sad to hear that. That he
4-1. All I need to do is pick up one more.
You've never heard of a false sense of security? Come on,
confidence.
Isn't that what you do in your games? You lull people into a false sense of security.
The ladies love the confidence.
Oh, the lady, sir. You only have one lady that cares about your confidence level.
We got a couple votes in. All right, let's see this. Oh, we got a lot of votes.
Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. We want lots and lots and lots. Just let us know who you want to see so we can give you what you want.
That's right. So while that's coming down, while you guys are voting,
let's talk about the mission.
Yeah, you want to talk about the mission?
I mean, might as well. They're setting up. They're talking about the mission. They're picking their secondaries.
Let's go the standings real quick. Just show that.
Oh, okay.
So we've kind of talked about these key matchups to see who's going to the money bracket. Let's see who's actually already made it. So kind of pull the standings back up, and we'll see who's already locked their spots up.
Yeah.
Production guys looking at us.
It's like, stop.
So here is the championship bracket. So we know Austin and Richard have already locked in their spots.
So just so you guys understand, like I don't want to, I'm not trying to say anybody's dumb or anything, but these are actually the top 8 guys, and the reason it has John or Alex because these matches that we're watching, whichever one of those guys win out of those different things. So John and Alex, while it's 2 separate games, whichever one gets the highest on that. Remember, John has that 10-point lead.
Yep.
And Justin or Davis, it's literally a tie.
It's tie. So whoever wins this head-to-head matchup makes it into the final money bracket. So a lot of marbles. And again, remember, rankings don't necessarily matter going into the brackets. It's all single elimination. So it's based on your group, so that's going to be your seed.
And that's what I was just so exactly.
So you're already kind of locked in your group.
You're already kind of locked in your group. Yep.
So
and then that matters, and then that's a big.
But I mean, you could look at these names, like not unexpected names, right? You had Nick Nanavati, you had Matt Root, you had a lot of winners that we had in here.
We can actually go. Let's pull up their list actually while we're doing this. This will be a good time to go over the list, nice and slow. We can really go over it and explain what's going on. Let's pull up John Lennon. We're gonna start with table 1, which is
Justin Lois versus Davis Fry.
And so
there we go.
Here comes. That's the actual dudes.
There's Will right there.
Will
And that's,
Clayton.
That's Davis right there.
Hey, give us a wink, Will.
With the Puma
The
shirt.
whoa.
Yeah, they're just starting with their deployment. I'll go ahead and go over. Their deployment is frontline assault. Justin Lewis secondaries. He picked Titan Slayer, Headhunter, Kingslayer. Davis picked Headhunter, Old School, and Gangbusters. Justin's going to be starting with 11 CP. Davis is going to be starting with 8 CP.
All right, thank you. Kind of look at he's wearing a Chaos Knights. Seen that list in action on a couple of these tables. All right.
All right.
So we don't have Justin Lewis's list. His list made it after the cutoff for pulling it into our system.
But it's AdMech.
Yeah, we'll go through that once we get it on the table. Davis's list. He's got 3 Disco Lords. He's got a Herald of Slanesh, Poxbringer, triple Nurglings just to fill out those troops, and 3 Knight Despoilers running double thermal cannons. So pretty standard, I would say. I mean, you kind of change the couple of HQ choices if you want a 3rd Lord Disco or not. But it's going to be a pretty brutal list, but it plays fairly straightforward. So Justin's playing AdMech. He's got a mix of different things, so we'll go into his list in a second. So let's jump over to table 2 and check in with that table.
That's right. He did not change his list 3 times over the weekend.
No, his list we have his list. It's just not into our automated system.
Yeah, it's the Thunderfire cannons.
We got a great shot of a Thunderfire cannon.
With AdMech. I've seen that before. Is that Ryza?
These days, you can't look at the color and actually.
No,
actually
you can't. Look, if you just back it out, I can kind of look and see what he's got, and I can tell us.
So do
just
we have
pull that camera back just
list
a hair, so we can see his whole deployment?
John Lennon and Nick Ant's list.
He's got dreadnoughts in there, so it's basically just Iron Hands. He's got a whole bunch of. He's got a drill full of something.
There's Bob.
He's got some. Yeah, that's a drill. He's got a couple.
You know that Bob jump in?
Belarus cannons back there, Rangers, and then he's just got the walkers there. So it's an interesting list. Pretty good in combat. It depends what he's got in there. I wonder if he's got the Daedalus with, and those are the Imperial Knights. That's right.
Yep.
Guys, they're still picking their secondaries and doing the pregame, so we don't have an update on how that one's going to start out yet.
Okay.
That's fair.
So we're just getting started. So we want to give them a chance to get their guys set up. You just see them pulling them off their bases.
Checking line of
Let's
sight.
see if we can pull up the lists for
Table 2.
Table 2, John Lennon and Nick Ant.
There we go.
There they are. All right, so John, and do we have a count on who's going to be the People's Champion?
So currently right now it is Table 2 with 11. There are 6 for Table 3, and there are 4 for Table 1.
Oh, so the John Lennon Nick Ant game seems to be the predominant choice. So we'll roll People's Champion on that.
You guys have 30 seconds left to put in your votes for that.
If you want to change it, if you want to see Alex Ing, my boy Alex, he just literally beat John Lennon in the last round. So
1 is up to 7. 2 now goes up to 12. 1 goes up to 8. 2 goes up to 13.
Well, similarly, we don't have a copy of Nick's
Luke,
list.
there's no 7. That doesn't even make any sense.
John Lennon. He's running. We just saw
Another
this
1.
on the stream earlier.
He's
got some Centurions.
10, 9,
squads,
8,
more
7,
some Thunderfires.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, that's Kevin's favorite number in the office, 69. 1, 0. All right, so it'll be Table 2.
Table 2.
So John Lennon.
People's Champion. I'll go ahead and write a big asterisk next to that where it's my name.
Yeah.
The winner.
I'm just going to go ahead and pick.
All right, you ready for the roll-off?
I'm just going to pick John Lennon right now.
You
we don't even need to roll off. I'm just going to pick him.
You just taking it?
Here you go.
A 2.
You're such a jerk.
Dragon. Roll me some dragons, baby.
Such a jerk.
Read it and
Such a
weep.
jerk. Look,
Dragon.
if you're so brave, you don't pick John Lennon right now.
I'm going to go with Nick. I'll give you a chance.
Oh, you can give me a chance?
I'll give you a chance.
Okay.
I
You don't want to just shut me out.
I really want Alex to pull.
Oh, I see.
The kind of unexpected upset.
I see what you're doing there. Okay. I can get behind that. I can get behind
I'm
that.
rooting for Alex. So we're gonna go with the.
He's gonna pick
The
Not
pick
John Lennon.
Not John Lennon. So you got your John Lennon. I'll give you John Lennon.
Okay, so you're gonna take Nick on this one.
That's right. So I'm rooting for
All right.
Nick. You're rooting for John.
Look, why'd you row 6 is people's champion with 3 stars. Thank you so much.
So if, at the end of the game, remember, if I win, if Nick pulls off the upset, then people's champion goes to me. I've won 5 out of the 6 games.
I'll tell you what, if John. Okay, now here's your Alex. This is the guy who you. Yeah, it's funny, right? Because you told him, you said before he went in that match. Go ahead and go through the list.
So Alex one loss today was versus Richard Siegler. So I mean, he's played a great tournament, and he had a tough match.
And they had John Lennon.
Yeah. So I mean, like he's playing some stiff. So Alex is no joke. I mean, he's doing work out there. So kudos to him. So he's playing Iron Hands. He's got an Impulsor. He's got a bunch of Land Speeders, 3 Invictors, moving up. He's got a bunch of Scouts and Intercessors filling out that.
Hey, can you guys just tell me what is his mixture of units for Alex Ing? Is it all Iron Hands?
I believe so.
Just Successor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just the standard.
We had him on the stream earlier. I remember.
Master
now.
Artisan. Yes,
Came back to me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Where your guy, Ruben.
Now, Ruben, I do have a question. Can you ask Ruben what his different detachments are? If it's all Iron Hands, if it's all Imperial. Oh, it's not gonna be Imperial Fist. It's probably Iron Hands then for this.
I mean, you see some Whirlwinds in there. You don't see too many of
So
those.
we're going to talk about this list for a little bit. It's actually a mix of 3 different Space Marine chapter tactics. He's got White Scars, he's got Imperial Fist, and he has Iron Hand Successors.
Okay.
So the tanks in the back and the Thunderfire cannons are Imperial Fist, so they're going to ignore cover. He's got a bunch of White Scars guys from the Centurions and some biker units, so they're kind of sneaking up. Not 100% sure why he's running them like that, but we'll see how that plays out. And then he's got a few other characters he's rocking in as Iron Hands just for some extra stratagems, making people characters, stuff like that. So.
All right. Thank you, Chad.
Awesome. I appreciate that list breakdown, buddy.
So we'll be jumping back and forth, but we're going to start with Table 1 just to kind of check in and see where they are. I think they're the first to kind of get models on the table.
Right. And what are the secondaries that we had picked for Table 1?
So I know Justin had Titan Slayer, Headhunter.
He probably did.
And
Kingslayer,
Yeah.
Titan Slayer.
And that's pretty common against Knights. So for those folks who are just following along, kind of new to Warhammer, ITC missions, every turn you're going to score a point. Each player has their own turn, and at the end of each turn you're going to score, did I kill something? Do I hold an objective? The opponent's going to do the same, and then at the end of that battle round, both players have gone. Who killed the most and who got the most objectives? So you can get a total of 4 points. Do we have a link of the mission? What mission are we playing this round?
The what?
The mission? Yeah. What's the bonus point for this mission?
I don't know. We need to pull the mission up.
Let's pull the mission up.
It looks like it's the 4 objective one. Probably have to hold all 4.
Yeah.
I think that's this one.
And if you see here on the map, you'll see
Can we get the mission pulled up, please?
you'll see that objectives is underneath this crater. These guys are craters.
Yes, please.
So anywhere on that objective mouse pad is within 3 inches of the objective. So as long as you're touching that little circle mouse pad, you'll be in the objective. All right, so let's look at this mission. So we're playing the Crucible. So this ITC mission, you kind of see where the objectives are placed. The bonus point is if you have 3 models
this
with
is
the
the character
character
one.
keyword.
This
So
is
you
the
just have to
character
have 3 characters on
I love
at least
this
4 of
mission.
those objectives to get the bonus point. So you get up to 4 points per battle round, and you can get a bonus point up to 5 for each round if you score that with 3 characters.
Yep.
So that's this mission. For the secondaries, you can score those at any time, up to 4 points. Just the secondaries, again, Titan Slayer. You get points for every 8 wounds you do to a Titanic model. Knights are 24 wounds each. They're all Titanic, so there's 3 Knights. That's an obvious choice. Kill 1 1/4 Knights, and you got all 4 points.
Do they have the objectives not in the right spot, or do they? Isn't there? I thought this one had an objective in the middle for some reason.
No, there's only 4. You see it.
No, it says 5 objectives, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it does.
I think there's a 5th objective in the center. For real. I'm gonna look at this.
That's verified. It does say 5 objectives.
No,
right there.
and I'm pretty sure it did it. That's why I was like, oh, there's only 4 objectives. It's probably the hold 4 one, because this one has 5.
Is that the right mission for this?
Hold on.
We may be playing a different mission.
We may be playing a different mission. Let me pull up ITC battle.
Yeah, we're playing mission 6. Oh, round 6 is mission 3. So
Round
we've
6
taken
is
some of the
mission 3.
ITC missions. They're not all in order to what we're running in this mission.
Okay, so
That's
mission
what it
3 is the 4 objective one.
Yeah. So let's play mission 3.
4 objectives.
There it is.
Okay.
Nexus
All
control.
right. I was like, man, I'm like losing my mind.
Yeah,
I really
those
thought
objectives
that's what it
pretty
looked
close.
like, guys.
There it is.
All right, if you hold all 4 objectives,
So you got to hold all 4. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty tough to get the bonus.
Yeah.
Like you just
It
pretty
is-
much
it
got to
is
be
tough.
dominating your opponent. So we having some app difficulties
For
We've been
table one.
scoring
Just for
our-
table one.
on our scores from table to table using ITC battle apps, but we've had an issue with Android. So if players are using their phone to score it on their
right.
phone, and that feeds over to our electronic system.
but table 2 and 3 will be golden.
Yeah, but both of the players, unfortunately, are running. Yeah, we'll try to update it manually on our end, but we won't be able to see it automatically from them. So
And
just keep an eye. Only for table 1. So
The
we have
raffle is over, by the way. Are we
we have a
gonna
winner?
do the winner right now,
We'll announce the winner.
or do you want to do it later? All right. So let's go ahead then, since we know the mission, we know what these guys got to do. We're doing the deployment
So
zones.
they're in the middle of setting up.
What is this deployment that they ended up getting on table 1?
Frontline assault.
Okay, that's frontline assault. Table 2, go ahead and give us a rundown,
this is actually-
if you don't mind, Bob.
Are we looking at table 3 right now, or are we going to go to table 2?
He Bob was ready, so we
Here
need
we
to
go.
do him.
All right, Bob.
Coming to you, Bob, live on the floor. Bob.
All right. Looks like we're having some challenges here. We've seen John actually he got his headband in full effect, put down some.
I don't hear you, Bob.
centurions.
Hello?
There, now I hear you.
All right,
You got to
perfect.
push the button.
I did push the button, sir. All right. Table 2 is Hammer and Anvil. John Lennon started with 14 CP, burned down to 9 pre-game.
Yikes.
He's chosen Butcher's Bill, Reaper, and Gangbusters. Nick had 21 CP, burned down to 16 pre-deployment. He has chosen Headhunter, Gangbusters, and Old School. They rolled off. John won the roll, elected to deploy first, and that's where we are right now.
And what was the deployment?
Hammer and Anvil.
Okay, sorry. I misheard that. All right.
Hammer and Anvil. So Butcher's Bill, Reaper, and Gangbusters.
What do you think about this deployment, Bob? That he's doing so far. Do you think that's pretty aggressive, or what's your
Based on what he's got and based on what Nick's got, it feels like it's pretty aggressive.
So can you walk us a little bit through Nick's list? We don't have it listed automatically.
Hang on just a second. Nick has guard, so he's got a Catechin. We walk through here. He has. I'm looking at him right now. He's got a giant pile of guardsmen. He's got some. They're all Catechins. He's got. It looks like 3 mortar teams, 2 or 3 mortar teams. There's a Ministorum priest in there. He's got an Ogren bodyguard. He's got 3 Talarn tank commanders, 2 of which are in Demolisher cannons. One has the Hammer of Sundrance. And then he's got Raven Guard Centurions and a chaplain in a jump back.
Those Centurions are the assault ones or the shooting ones?
They are assault Centurions.
All right.
That is a big pile of guardsmen. You were not kidding.
Holy cow, look at
Oh,
those
and
guys.
he has Rough Riders, so you will never see them
Oh,
in a
Legends. The last hurrah for Rough Riders.
tournament. Yeah,
The Legends. They got hit with the Legends book.
those are on the way out, and it appears as if he has at least 2 Scout Walkers.
Is that a guy that's not paying?
I mean, if you don't pick Reaper on this, you know, golly.
Oh, Lennon chose Reaper.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, Reaper, for those following at home that don't know, that's at least kill 80 miles throughout the turn. For every 20 miles you kill, you get a point, so up to 4 max points. So with that many loose bodies, pretty good choice to pick up Reaper as you're picking up those little small guys.
Yeah, and John chose Gangbusters, so every if he kills 2 units of those Centurions, he maxes that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Sucka, you are right. We will have like 3 different layouts, like we said earlier. So that'll be cool. You're exactly right about that. Go Jungle Fighters. I'm glad you like them, Evil Beard.
Oh, here we go. We already got people rooting for John.
There we got John
against
going.
the People's Champion.
Mutant Mike super excited about John. Bring home the win, the man says. Apparently Surge is writing Turtles. Has nothing to do with 40K.
All right, so Kelly, let's jump to table 3 and see what we have there while they're doing the setup.
Which is weird because all we talk about is 40K on here. We don't ever derail the train and not talk about 40K.
So yeah, looking at this game right now, Alex is setting up. He's putting those Invictor Warsuits kind of aggressive. He's got a repulsor right behind this building. They're still kind of getting set up here. We'll see how this one goes. Alex has 11 CP to play with, where Ruben has 7. So Alex chose Gangbusters, Headhunter, and Butcher's Bill, and Ruben chose Big Game Hunter, Headhunter, and Old School. I mean, he's got a lot of characters. He can snipe out with those snipers. And you know, it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be a really tight one here because it's a lot of artillery versus a lot of things that won't die. So.
All right, thanks for that, Chad. Yeah, look at that. They're squared off behind the L ruins there. You can see all that artillery tucked in that back left corner.
I don't know how to say your name, so I'm just going to call you T-Bur. Those are huge magic boxes. You can hide all your army in those in the back. I'm just messing with you, buddy.
There's no magic boxes.
There's no magic boxes.
Just the hills. Talking about the hills back there.
Well, how would I know you're Todd, man?
Get it right, all right.
Right. No, they're huge magic boxes, dude. You can hide. I can hide in a full 12-man destroyer unit of AdMech in that thing.
What are we talking about right now?
No, I'm just talking about the hills being magic boxes.
Oh, the hills. These are just literally hills. So there are some special bespoke rules for these terrain pieces because they do cause some issues sometimes.
Todd, no top.
On how they play.
I don't know why y'all hating on the top knot so bad, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Listen, if you're kissing me, you can tug on it.
Oh man, look at this guy. He's rocking the Dark Angels dice.
Oh yeah, he's all Dark Angeled out, but he does have like things so you can distinguish what's what on the army. So
the Glacial Geek loves the top knot, so that's all I care about.
As long as the Glacial Creek is
as long
the
as
Glacial Geek has a beard knot, like
yeah,
that
dude,
big.
that's why he gets it, man.
So obviously a big artillery park in here. If Alex can get in there and silence that, that'll go a long way to like limiting some of this firepower.
Yeah.
But obviously, we got a lot of death in here. So we got the Centurions, we got some Eliminators that want to pop shots at some characters.
So let's jump back to table 1 real quick and just take a look. It looks like that turn is pretty underway for the AdMech player. It looks like he went first, unless that's just Stygies. But I don't think it is just Stygies because he went far away.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So
That's John Lennon, right?
I think that's the full one. Is that a Disco Lord there?
It's that way.
Yes, that is.
And
Justin is starting his first turn. He started with the shooting, and he's also moved to Smash Captain right up here up on the Disco Lord.
Dude, that Disco Lord is dead.
He's in trouble. I mean, we got
Those
we got
freaking
Stygies
Dragoons
chickens.
are going to cut him in half.
They will. Where's the Smash Captain at?
What is that? What symbol was that? Is he Smash Captain right by the drill, or is he by the L in the middle?
The Smash Captain is in the corner. Back here, there's Disco Lords back here in this back corner.
Oh, can we tilt the camera down just a little bit, see the bottom half of the map
Scroll
right
the
now,
table
please?
down.
Thank you so much. Oh, he's
at
going
that.
in on 2 Disco. I mean, what a beast, dude. He's like just, whoo.
I'm gonna whack him. I'm gonna whack them both. The Knights.
The Knights? I don't think they're hanging off. Are we going to blow Knights up if they're hanging off? They might be hanging off. No, you might be right.
You can see these Knights are
No,
up
they're
on the-
not.
They're
on the-
okay.
in the
All right,
ruins.
that got me excited. Got me excited there for a little bit. We'll blow some Knights up.
No Knights hanging off.
We'll blow.
That's just from the angle of the camera.
Yeah.
We got the PTC
I don't know,
aimed at
dude. I don't
extreme
actually. The
Camera
pink
never
one
lies.
might be freaking hanging off, dude. That's hang off. That's some hang off. Can we get a ref over there and blow that Knight up, please?
Get outta here.
I'm not. You get out of here. Get a ref over there and blow that knight up right now. All right. Hey, somebody call me a ref right now. Right? I think I'm playing, man. Where's that active reffing?
That's Davis's knight right there.
Can a ref just mess with him first and tell him he's going to blow it up and then pull it back? Can we do that? Is that a thing we can do? Everybody knows except him right now that this is about to happen.
I feel like the power is just going to your head now.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not going to my head. Oh, you wouldn't laugh? You're not going to laugh if that happens?
Oh my gosh.
Chad.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You wouldn't laugh if we played this little practical joke on the pink knight?
It would be hilarious.
So then what are you talking about?
I'm just saying, you sound like you got the power to like make or break games right now.
I didn't set the knight up like that.
Okay, touche.
That wasn't me.
So where are we at with the dice? Are we rolling attacks yet, or are we still moving?
Damien, if you want that knight dead, I think you should come out here and kill it.
Now you empowered the weatherman. You gotta go back.
We're going into the assault phase now.
All right, here we
the
go.
Smash Captain is coming in. He's declared both Disco Lords and the
Both
Nurglings.
Disco Lords. Okay, we got a winner.
He's gonna assault everything. That guy
Pax.
can't do work.
Congratulations, buddy.
The winner of the Pro Tabletop
You won
mat.
yourself a new mat. Message us with your address, and we will send that out to you.
We'll send you a whisper to get that from you. Posted his address and the whole thing. Here he comes.
Yeah, we shot down the UFO, and we actually have weathermen now.
He's measuring very precisely. You can appreciate that.
Oh, I'm glad you like that. Minis, thank you for watching, man. I'm glad Germany likes it. I'm glad you represent the entire country.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's great. You must be quite the diplomat to be able to represent the whole country like that.
He speaks for all of Germany.
I know. No, I'm very glad that you like it. We'll try to keep. Oh, Minis, you also subscribed, man. Thank you so much, man. That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
All right, so we're seeing we get the charge.
So this is interesting because he'll be able to. What did he roll for that charge? Did he roll pretty low or something?
He had to pay the movement to go down the hill.
Yeah, he rolled like a 7 or 8. They were just trying to make sure
so
it was proper.
Now Disco Lords are characters, right?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, after he's done with all these charges, he needs to heroically intervene and stop that Smash Captain, because what that Smash Captain will do is he'll pile around, he'll smoke that one dude, and then consolidate into the next one and swing again and kill that next one.
I mean, the other one will get the swing first.
Happening. He has not chosen to do that.
If he doesn't heroically intervene right now, that's otherwise he's going to just be able to cruise on around.
Let's see if he does it.
He said it didn't happen.
I mean, let's see if he hasn't finished the charge move. He's still charging.
What else is he charging, dude?
The chickens just came in.
No, they're fighting. He is swinging with the chickens
He
right
didn't freaking
now.
do it,
Oh,
man.
wow. So what he's talking about is pulling this guy in and touching so that he can't get the free around.
It's a common misconception that you cannot heroically intervene if you've been charged.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where you get that. You definitely got to do that to stop that free
So,
move.
guys, Justin just got 20 extra hits with those chickens on that Disco Lord.
Oh, he popped the strat to get
He
explodes
popped the
on fours.
strat. They were -1 to hit the Disco Lord because they're vehicles.
Yeah.
So he's blowing up on 5s instead of 4s.
But
He's still got 10.
It's
Oh,
+2
wow.
to hit, right? So it's still
Right.
fantastic.
Still on 5s and 6s.
That thing's still gone, though. It's 2 damage, dude.
I mean, it's 2 damage. It's going to be -1. He'll have 3 ups.
Yeah, but
He can roll hot. I've done it.
yeah, you have. But I've also seen you not do it.
You know what I got to say to that?
21 saves that what we're looking at. To
All right,
the
throw
Disco
in your
Lord.
6s. We wanted to see those 6s.
Come on, Bryce.
Sixes.
This is
Do it,
Davis right
baby.
here.
Do it, baby.
This is Nick right here, actually.
Yeah, we want Nick to do it. Just because it'd be cool.
3 ups.
Nah, get out of
Oh,
here.
I see a lot of nut 3s.
Blah, blah, blah. Actually, it might
Actually,
not be
4.
enough. It might not be enough.
4, that's 8 wounds.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Oop, and he tugged the model.
Disco down. They do not explode, so Lennon gets to do his consolidation with the chickens. He's going to pile in on those Nurglings, I assume.
Yeah.
He's got another unit.
And
of guys.
I'll tell you what's crazy about this too is now those knights cannot freaking move.
Oh, I know. It's just brutal. He's hemmed in here. He's going to form a wall.
And he
where
can only fight in combat with one of those knights if he wants to actually fight him.
That's right.
And I don't know if the Nurglings will be able to even fall back because they're not infantry. If he wraps those things,
They can't go through the wall.
they're stuck.
He did spin to interrupt, so he can swing with his Disco Lord against the Smash Captain.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. I would have. I don't know. I would have probably started with the. That Disco Lord's going to cut that dude in half.
That's okay. He'll fight when he dies. I mean, he's a
Yeah,
sacrificial
but
lamb.
I think it would be better to swing with the.
But the chickens would have not killed that guy. He would have killed some chickens.
Really?
This guy, I mean, he doesn't have enough tax to kill that guy.
How many chickens really die? Maybe 2.
The Disco Lord did kill the Smash Captain, and Justin is spinning to swing when he dies.
Yeah. See, I think that was a mistake.
Let's see if the guy dies. I don't think he can kill this disco with this one.
Disco Lord would wreck him. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but
No,
I'm
but
saying
I'm not saying he's
he's
going to kill him here, so why would he swing first? Just to get 2 attacks off?
I think he's going to be able to. I think he. Yeah, that, and I think he'd be able to kill. I think you'd only lose probably 2 chickens.
I think he barely killed the other guy. With all of those chickens.
All right, man. All right.
It's minus 1 to hit.
All right.
I think it's more important to keep the chickens there to hem those knights in.
Well, then, honestly, it probably just was not a good idea to go in there after attacking on 2 fronts like that. I think you should just say the Smash Captain and counter assault.
He did get the other Disco Lord.
Oh no! That's a
big deal.
crippling blow. I mean, the gamble is if you get both,
That's a
it
big deal.
really puts him in a hole.
That's a big deal.
Wow. If you have the opportunity, he went for the throat.
It's a big deal.
And People's Champion might be in danger on this one.
This isn't your game.
This is a Leonard right here.
No.
This is
isn't
Justin
Leonard.
Lois.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Davis
You're on the
Fry.
wrong game.
I am on the wrong
It's
game.
been a long day.
Woo!
It's been a long day.
Oh,
It's been a long day.
That's right. Nick's playing guard. What am I doing? Got me all on tilt already. Can't be giving up my People's Champion like that. Turn 1.
Let's jump to table. Actually, I think that's just about all we need to see on this one. He's going to do his turn and movement stuff. So let's jump to table 2 at some point, and we'll see what's going on
Yeah,
there.
we gotta see People's
But it's
Champion.
pretty interesting how so with those little Nurglings there, as far as dropping back, I'm pretty sure
That's right.
he's going to have a little bit of a tough time.
Let's go to table 2.
Um,
It's only a bad idea if it doesn't work. That's exactly right, Flex.
let's see if it doesn't work.
So table 2, Nick is finishing his deployment.
So he's still
Okay.
setting up. So,
So
yeah, he's
we're
got a
still
lot of
deploying.
guardsmen, and that's pretty standard. All right. Well,
What's going on in table 3 then? Can you give us an update over there?
So
Alex,
we're still in the shooting phase. The Dark Angel / compilation Marine list went first. He's finishing up with these Thunderfire cannons and Whirlwinds. It looks like he's taking out 1 Librarian with a jump pack so far, taking out 1 Thunderfire cannon and 1 Invictor Warsuit so far. So he's just plinking away with eliminators, plinking away with artillery weapons. So just kind of seeing what he can pick. A lot of the other army is pretty much hidden behind the wall or the wall in the back. So not a whole lot he can do right now until the rest of his reinforcements arrive. It does look like he has 1 unit of Centurions in reserve, along with a Terminator Librarian.
so that's Alex doing work on Ruben, or Ruben beating up Alex?
I'm sorry. Ruben doing work on Alex right now.
Oh.
Alex did not seize the initiative, so.
Got it. Thanks for that update. We're still sitting on table 2 watching them set up.
With that Butcher's Bill and Reaper, I mean, that's just a good pick. Gangbusters for the that'll go for the Centurions that he's got in the list. And the Ogrins. He's got Ogrins too, right? Ogrins have 3 wounds?
Ogrins are 2 wounds.
So it doesn't count for them.
No, it doesn't.
So it's literally just for the Centurions?
That's right.
So is that, I mean,
Does he have 1 unit or 2
he's
units?
does he have 1 or 2 units, Bob?
1 or 2 units of,
Centurions.
he has 3.
Oh, okay. Makes sense then.
So if you're looking at the table, we were talking about deployment earlier, you'll see John's got all these forward deployers in this section right here, and everything back behind the line. All of these Centurions, you cannot see any of them from the tanks. So everything is shielded from any kind of, if he gets seized on, it's going to be really hard for Nick to put shots on the Centurions.
Now, does he have a Ogren squad or just an Ogren bodyguard?
Ogren bodyguard.
Oh, that's what it is.
Well, and the Ogrins have 3 wounds. Chat's saying you're wrong, dude. The
Oh,
Ogrins have
maybe.
3 wounds. I
Maybe.
thought they had 3 wounds.
Maybe. Man. I bet.
That's all right.
Good catch, Chat. But it looks like he only has Ogre Bodyguard in there. I don't see
Just the single.
Ogres. So that
Just a single Ogre
it
Bodyguard.
would not
Does he
apply for Gangbusters.
He does not. And that's a multi-model unit. So it's just either way, it's the Centurions do it anyway. Doesn't matter. And then for his picks, for Nick's picks against John, going with a Headhunter. How many?
All right, here we go. We got a C's roll.
Oh, here we go.
No C's.
Oh, it looked like
It
a
looks
C's.
like
Are you
it's a
sure that
C's.
wasn't a
No,
C's?
no, it was a 4.
Oh, we got so excited.
Oh man, it really looked like a 6.
John goes first, and if I'm looking over here at Nick's table, it looks like he still has at least 1 to 2 units of guardsmen off the board that have been outflanked. His
Okay.
Rough Riders are off the board.
Yeah.
Looks like
How do you outflank Guardsmen?
I'm not really sure. They're not Talarn, so I don't know how they're still on the board on the table here.
Can we ask?
We can find out. He does look. He still has Demolisher not on the board, and it's Talarn, so he can bring that in from the side.
Dagger Relic, officer, 1 unit. Dagger Relic. What does that Dagger Relic do? Can any of you just tell me, please?
So the guardsmen that are on the board are actually Talarn. So they're being outflanked along with the Lehman Russ.
And we got Sludge giving us the lowdown
And it
using that Dagger
sounds
Relic.
to me like he's got 1 unit of Assault Centurions that he's used the Raven Guard strat to deep strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just a deep strike. That's not even an outflank, right?
Correct. It's a deep strike.
It's just coming in 9 inches.
And do they get? What do they do to give them plus to the charge on those, or is there nothing they can do? Is it just a raw 9?
On the Raven Guard, there's no. To my knowledge, there is no bonus to the charge for those guys.
Without a chaplain or something, they're just straight rolling
He
nines.
does have a chaplain, and his chaplain's got the.
Does he have
the
hate?
bonus to charge?
He's
Yeah, he
got
does,
hate and the
so.
bonus to charge.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that litany called? Do you remember?
I do not.
Chat, you remember the name of that second litany? So we got Litany of Hate. I think that's the normal one, right?
Yeah.
Is it Catechism of Fire?
No, that's the +1 to wound. Or +1 to hit.
Hater's gonna hate.
Canticle of Hate adds 2 to the charge rolls, and
Canticle.
you can consolidate 6 inches.
I forgot about that.
What's that?
That you can consolidate 6 inches.
With that canticle up?
Yeah, with that litany up.
That litany.
With that litany up, and Lennon has just thrown
Dude.
that on his side.
That is so huge for my Terminators.
He's just like, ooh, I like that for myself.
Oh my gosh.
So he did get that litany off
He did. Lennon got that litany off on his
on
Centurions.
his
what lets
champion.
them reroll charges?
I am slightly over 22 inches from that.
I know you can give a bonus charge, but what lets them reroll charges, Sludge? Oh, it is a Raven Guard. There is a Raven Guard strat. So I was wondering if there's something they can do to buff it up or something.
Okay.
Forgive me for not knowing enough about Raven Guard. I just haven't really played it that much. If you charge 1 unit only, interesting. Okay, cool.
And so you see him really stacking the box there inside this ruin. Trying to use this
He loves doing that.
the lines here. Yeah, really stacking the box, using this to kind of really deny shooting at his army. He doesn't have a lot of artillery that's really scary, but he's got a lot of luminaries he can shoot back with, and he can use that wall to charge if he moves up.
Hey, was Pamperine already in the top 8? He was, right?
He made it, yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, Todd, Pamperine's game really doesn't matter right now. I mean, we can show it to you if you really just want to see what he looks like and how his game's going, but the game doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's locked in his place for the brackets for tomorrow for the top 8.
Okay, yeah, he's just already got his spot, dude. He did what he needed to do.
Yeah, he's 5-0, so
he gets to kind of relax on this
the
game.
next guy can't catch him.
Yeah.
Towing the objective line, as one shouldn't always do.
Yep.
Even if he
exactly
gave up a 40, he'd be fine. Yep.
Exactly right.
Yep.
He's pulled up such a head lead, because it goes by win.
Well,
loss, and then
actually,
battle
I don't know. I don't know what his looks like. Actually, I need to see what his points are. We need to see. Hey, can we pull up the
points.
the group standings? Just the
We wanna
overall.
see their
I
points,
need to
yeah.
see Pamperine's.
Because it's fun and amusement. I assume these guys are all bottom floor. They are bottom.
So we'll find out here in a minute.
We'll put 4 las cannons into this guard squad.
Just while they're still kind of doing this stuff of talking, it doesn't really matter that much.
Reroll the Master Artisan.
All right, here we go. Cool. Let's take a look at this. All right, so not that we'll do the next ones. We're not worried about this one.
2 will evaporate. It's horrible death. All right. Did you want to prepare positions? No. No.
All right. Let's go to the next screen.
Cover there.
Next set of groups.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go. So Pamperine is 150. So it actually, so
Yeah. So there's no one even at 4-1 right now. So if he lost this game, he would still win at being 4 wins.
yeah, because it goes by wins, losses. If they're tied on that, then it goes by battle points.
Right. So everyone else has got 2 losses. They wouldn't be able to match it.
I'm not sure how he's at 255 points. Again, I think that's there's something mixed up with that dude's name, man. We saw him. The dude that was at like 196 or whatever with like 4 games played.
Where do you see that at?
It was the one before.
Oh.
It was the one before.
There's an error in
It's there's some kind of. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's some kind of error. Who knows? Who knows how words are formed?
Is this the hammer and anvil deployment? It is, right?
They don't have a sergeant.
That is correct.
Yeah, you can see the line here.
Oh, sorry, you don't get to draw that. Better clear that off the board. Thomas and his John Madden. This guy's so excited about being able to draw on here. You guys don't even know.
I know. So I lobbied for my telestrator here, and they got me hooked up.
He's trying to go pro with it, trying to get to the NFL. So
We'll go ahead and put a. So this is now an 8-man squad.
I don't know how to respond to that.
8 wounds there versus. We'll go ahead and put 1 Thunderfire into whichever mortar
No.
No, if only Ants had 250 points, he'd be dominating this place.
Number of shots.
Keep it
No,
up.
he's my people's champion, so I'm rooting for him.
I know you are. You actually are rooting for him with his 256
Looks like
points.
10 shots total.
I mean, how does anybody beat that already? I mean, that's
I don't even know.
it's a
So let's
flawless
switch
victory.
over to table 1 while we're waiting for these guys to get
Yeah,
going.
because it looks like those. It looks like, oh man, you guys are gonna like this. Look at what he's done. Give us a rundown, because it's looking interesting. Quite the comeback from.
Yeah, can we scroll down to the left a little bit?
Where's Will?
There we go. So we lost all the chickens. Were those thermal cannons enough to just pick up the
Dude,
chickens?
thermal cannons are so violent. That's why he really needed to somehow trap those little dudes.
Justin picked up 8 points in the top of 1, and now Davis is fighting back. He did some shooting. Between his shootings and his assaults, he picked up all the chickens, and now he's picked up a few scouts. That's it.
Yeah, but does he have any
You say-
objectives right now?
I mean, you say that's it.
It's 8-0 at the moment.
8-0 in
Justin is
favor of
down to
Justin.
3 CP. Davis is sitting at 6.
-2 ignore.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really see him sitting on any objectives, so he's gonna.
Hold one. Hold more.
Wounding on 3s. Master Artisans.
We're scoring right now. I'll have the update of the round for you in just a minute, guys.
All right.
Thank you very much.
That'll be my Butcher Bill.
Score 8-0.
6 eliminators left.
Remember, this one is the head-to-head, so the winner of this match goes into the money round.
They secure their
tomorrow.
spot.
That's right. So it's a big match here.
All right.
Davis is in a hard hole, losing both discos on the
Do
first
you
turn.
do you feel like
We'll go ahead and start
if you
with
were
the,
in the spot with these guys that the pressure would bother you?
platoon
I mean, we
company
told
squad.
them what was on the stakes. I think they knew. So
No, I'm saying
Would it
saying
bother me?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, there's always high pressure, I think, in the final rounds when you're kind of in the top spot.
On the stream table, blah blah blah.
People handle that differently. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know that a lot of people are used to handling the streams. You got to just let that go. You got to just play your game.
Yeah.
You can't worry about it. You can't let it get in your head. It is day 3. It is day 2. It's the 3rd game, so it's really 6 games over 2 days. I mean, you got to be feeling fatigued. Any mental slip here, a failed unit screen placement, that could cost you. We saw that right there.
Yeah.
So
I can honestly say from my point, I don't stream table doesn't. I like being in crowds though.
yeah.
So.
Bogren.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to kind of talk with them afterwards if it mattered. But this is high stakes. They came here to win the big show, so
Yeah.
That's got to be big pressure, right? So this is their shot.
Yeah, I mean, this is their shot to make it to the top 8, dude. It's just kind of it's very cool. And I really haven't heard. I mean, I don't think I've heard of David Fry before. I've heard of Justin Lewis before.
I think Davis was on Brad's ATC team. He was one of his dark horse picks.
Yeah, he was his dark horse pick. He wants him to win.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's a good shot of him right there.
There he is. Ooh. It almost looked like he was in solemn.
Oh, that's Justin.
Oh, now he leaned in. That's Justin, yeah.
So that'll be my turn. So I'm just going to get a kill, a hold, and a butcher bill.
Have you had the pleasure of
And that'll be right back.
speaking with either one of those guys?
I have
My
not.
secondaries.
Actually, let's get a shot of Davis. Let me see if I recognize him.
What mental slip just happened? What are you talking about? What mental slip?
Gangbusters will have to wait.
Are you asking because we were talking about being fatigued mentally?
Gangbuster and old school. Okay. So first
Luke.
All right, guys, update on table 1. The score is 9-8 Justin. Justin is up on primary, but Davis picked up 7 of his secondaries.
On the Gangbusters, I mean, and
He picked up 4 gangbusters, 2 old school, and 1 headhunter.
two. What was the second old school? His Warlord?
Advanced Daedalus.
Wow, that's a big swing coming back.
Yeah.
Might have a game of it after
Yes,
all.
that's correct. The Smash Captain was his warlord.
Wow, he just threw his Smash Captain out. I guess
That's why I told you. It was silly.
I don't know that you give up that point so easily.
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
It's worth killing a Disco Lord for that?
I would kill. I would say it's worth a disco. Or I'd say it's worth 2 disco lords if you swing with him first. Give up your chickens, whatever, because you're still going to tie that thing in. He's not going to kill all those chickens. He's going to have to, at best, that disco lord's going to have to drop out of combat and be somewhere in midfield. Who freaking cares about 1 disco lord for 2 on that other side, and then you're, because if he swings twice with that cap with his dude, I mean, I guess he died right away, so he would.
I mean, if he swung
twice.
first, he would have killed one.
and then he piles in.
And then that guy interrupts and kills him.
Well, no, he doesn't have to interrupt.
Oh,
because he's just going to swing second anyway, because he wants to swing it down. It's not going to matter.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I that's what I'm saying. Initially, I'd have just charged the stupid dadgum dragoons in there. That's a good trade for me. Keeping all those knights back there in the backfield. Although, having said that, that's kind of where he wants to be with those knights right now anyway.
He does. You're right.
Because they're just double thermal cannon.
He's not scoring a lot of points, though. He's giving up hold more. So can he keep that pressure on the kill?
Yeah, but he's going to be able to pick up kill more because he's popping dadgum 6 freaking thermal cannons a dadgum round.
So far back, let's go back to the top down. So who's his targets for the thermal cannons going forward?
Probably the drills, because he
got-
can see right over the top all that crap.
I guess we got these guys hanging back here.
He's
yeah.
got those, except it's only 20. It's only 36 inches, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he moves up 12. That's going to definitely be in range.
I just think he should have kept his Smash Captain back as second, like as a response to the Disco Lords.
So you think John Lennon made a mistake?
This is not John Lennon.
It's Justin Lois. I don't know why I keep doing that. I see that orange drill, and I'm thinking it's John Lennon. I don't know why I do that. Let's go to. Speaking of John Lennon, let's go to table 2 and take a look at John Lennon.
Oh, I love Thomas so much. So funny.
Talk about mental fatigue.
So, table 2, at the end of turn 1, John Lennon scored kill 1, hold 1, and 1 butcher's bill. Nick is now pushing up the field with pretty much everything.
So this is the initial movements. We haven't done move or anything.
No, none of that. This is the initial
And he's
movement.
advancing these up right now. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
I'm going to grab a
Oh,
water.
wow. So we're going to have a little bit of turn before.
So
I don't know
he's
what-
pushing these guys up to hold objectives.
I know, but yeah, whatever.
Nothing important has died yet.
Yeah.
But do you think it's worth it pushing those things up? I mean, I know you want to hold more, but are those guys worth getting tied up and then letting
those
him?
guys are worth getting tied up. You got to keep in mind those guys are catechins and they have a priest running right behind them.
Yeah, but dude.
I mean, if he sends in some Centurions,
So
he's
it's going to be the same thing that we've seen before, where he just vaults up the freaking field, right?
Yeah, and so keep in mind everything that Lennon has is behind that wall.
Yeah, but it's all infantry, so he can just jump through.
Sure.
So what he's going to do is he's just going to jump through. He's going to swing with a dude. He's going to tie him up because he's going to be able to charge all day freaking long. He'll be able to completely surround the unit and then just pile in after that. And then
I mean, so if he does that, if he goes for the trap, I mean, he's got some Centurions here that can counter assault. He's got his guys coming in from reserve that can counter assault. So I mean, he's baiting them in to do it. He's got to come up, even if he comes up just to shoot with them.
those Centurions are not going to be able to make a charge all the way over there.
These are
They move 5.
those?
So apparently Nick has rolled 7 ones in a row for advance moves.
They move 4 actually.
They move 4. Even worse. So they're not making that charge on the other side of that dadgum thing.
He might not even get out of that crater.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know why he's so far back.
White Scar Centurions are fast.
But Nick's running a Raven Guard sense.
Consolidate 6 and springboard them. Exactly, dude. That's exactly what I'm saying. I do not feel like that is a good play on his part, just to control an objective and hold more for. He won't even hold more for a turn. I mean, yes, he will hold more for a turn.
Yeah, it's going to be
Because it's going to be obsec
bloody.
stuff.
So, I mean, what is he going to shoot at this turn? Is there any
Nothing.
targets?
Nothing. Nada.
So with the tank that moved out, has the Hammer of Sundrance, probably is looking at shooting at eliminators or intercessors back here.
That's the relic battle cannon?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's such a waste on those things, but he has nothing else to shoot
That's
at.
here, right here.
That's on the, it's not in screen.
Let's go back to the full top view. Yeah, and scroll up.
White Scar
Hold,
Centurion's average charge threat range is 22 inches.
So it's here.
Yeah,
No, you good. This tank right here.
they shoot
Has
downrange
Line of sight down through.
at those
Yeah.
eliminators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drew a line. Bob, you pointed exactly where he'd drawn that line, almost like your brains were connected just then.
I may have played this game once or twice.
I saw those eliminators. I know what's up. All right, so while they do that, we'll come back. Let's check on table 3 and see if Alex is kind of get a chance to come back with Ruby's first turn onslaught.
Yeah, so Alex actually did make some big plays. He got out a unit of intercessors out of the impulsor, charged them up through the wall, charged through the wall here, managed to plink off some of the Centurions and some of the Eliminators, and then was retaliated by some scouts. I don't think they really did anything, though. He did manage to take the speeders and kill off the other unit of Eliminators. So he's got 2 White Scar Centurions right there ready to fight.
Where are they? Can you point at them?
Yeah, they're in this blob here, right here.
Okay.
So
All right, same now.
he came in and killed 3 with a Thunderhammer, but he did spend 2 CP to master or to do a bunch of extra stuff to make them reroll the hit and extra damage on the wounds. So
For the Thunderhammer?
for the Thunderhammer, for the whole squad essentially. But yes, so it's going to be interesting. He's got a lot of indirect fire still ready to go.
When you're saying he, you're referring to Alex?
Ruben, I'm sorry.
Oh, Ruben?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruben's got a lot of shots back there that he can take off. He did manage to get both Thunderfire cannons down in his turn 1, which really hurt Alex's indirect fire abilities. So it's going to be a good game.
All right.
He's got a lot of artillery. He out-artillered them, especially with the Imperial Fist
And he's
on
got
cover.
He's got a ton of CP, too.
Yeah.
Uh,
we don't allow the full Imperial Fist strats here.
Because
so
he's mixed, right? Yeah, because it's not out.
It's not out yet, but just ignoring cover in general.
Uh,
Not bad.
We have a request for table number 7. Could we get a weatherman and a camera at some
And go
point?
check.
And
over
if
there,
you can see
please.
on our ticker on the left, scores that are coming in, those are real-time scores pulled from the players' apps. A couple of scores you see is 0. Again, like we said, we've seen some issues where players aren't necessarily updating their app, or it's Android. So sometimes Android's not pulling correctly. So if both players end up having an Android phone,
Which is a shame.
It is. So we're working through that. I don't know that we'll get that resolved
By tomorrow
this
or anything?
tournament. Yeah, but
we'll see.
it's certainly something we're looking at. But we'll can update those scores if you guys want to see.
One of those things that you just can't predict.
So it's not inverted, but I think most of my turn was on your time.
So no camera at table 7, but we're on.
Well, if you wait just a minute,
Your
Bob.
camera's on your way, Bobby, right
All right.
now, brother.
If If you wait just a minute, bud.
There we go. So while they do that,
Thank
just
you, Bob.
quick taking a look at this.
All right. So we have bottom of turn 1, and Sean Naden is pushed up and is pushing things into assault. Prior to the camera coming over here, there's this pile of stuff back here. These are all dead. And if you look down, there's a full unit of Centurions that are dead. And so his opponent still has White Scar Assault Centurions in reserve that have not come in yet.
So, again, this is one of those games, and I'm not trying to downplay this game or anything, but it's just, he's 5-0, top of his bracket. He just can't be touched right now.
Yeah, he's secured his place.
He can just take it easy on this game and just have fun with his opponent.
It doesn't affect his standings one way or the other of seeding. He's already got his place locked in.
You make my Fedora dank.
It does allow his opponent to kind of try to score some points to figure out where they fit into the brackets.
So
for
guys, a little update on table 2 that was not in our original. John sitting on 6 Assault Centurions in reserve, along with a captain, and it looks like a librarian.
John Lennon?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel great about Nick's chances here. I mean, they both have some sense.
So he just
hanging out in reserve.
He just moved those guys up. So he's just trying to block those guys, I guess. Is the idea?
I believe so.
That would be my assumption, unless there's something he can do with Catachin to charge after that, but I don't believe you can.
I don't believe so.
And then he's just putting lines up.
Just putting bodies up
to block.
He's ran his Centurions up for the counter charge turn 2.
Is he on that wall on the other side of that wall, Bob? Like like an inch, like he could charge
So
him?
Nick is not touching. John is touching on the opposite side of the wall. Yes, he's touching.
Yeah, he's on this side right
but
here.
But he advanced already, and like you said,
he can't charge this turn.
I can't think of any way that he can charge after
that. You make my Fedora dank. Thank you so much for the sub. It means a lot to us. It really, really, really does. That is like that's why we're here, man. We're trying to put on a show for you guys. These guys all come out here and are really trying to make this awesome for you guys with the weathermen, and like, honest to goodness, I have to give this huge shout out, and Thomas will agree with me too. Our guys behind, we got 3 guys back here that are just Conrad and Kyle and Dylan as well.
Alex in the field, of course. Brad running around with the camera as well.
And then yeah, the myth, the man, the legend, Brad. You guys have no. They've put. I mean, I can't say you have no idea. You might, but. And
they're giving us props back. We've been here sharing our love for the game with you guys, and so we enjoy it. So it's a labor of love for us. So we're happy to be able to stream live from you here, the Atlanta Open. And a shout out to you guys, because you know.
This would not be what it is
without you guys here cheering us on and joining in with us. You know, what would we need to be here for?
I mean, there's literally, 600 and 700 people that are in here with us right now. Like, we're doing this for you guys to be able to watch from home. We want this to be similar to esports. Like, you guys go watch your favorite teams play these games, and if you're passionate about 40K, we want there to be a pro circuit. We want to be able to, celebrate and
root on our champions and
root
crown
on our
winners,
champions,
and let you guys see that if you can't make it to the tournament yourself.
And the other thing too is, if you guys want to, and you're in the local area, Thomas and I are down here. Now, if you guys want to be able to just womp on some Tinas, Thomas and I are not very good at the game, so you could come down here and just beat on us and beat us up in a 40K game. We got lots of bats out here, and we would love for you guys to come down and play us. It would be so much fun.
Yeah, not today or tomormer. We're working, but definitely come on down. But if you're in the area this weekend, come on down and watch the show.
I mean, tonight they might be able to come down. You'll want to stay. You told me you want to stay here till like 1 playing games.
I got some models in the car.
I got models in the car too. I really do.
I do too.
I might play you.
We make this happen. Celebrity match.
I got models in the car too. I just didn't want to be left out.
We got weatherman ready to play. Everyone's
Bob, you can play against Thomas and I at the same time.
I'll take that.
2,000 points versus 4,000 points.
Sweet.
Bob would win.
No challenge unaccepted.
Do I get to bring my construct?
You get to bring your construct.
Sweet.
Shout out for Team Brohammer. A lot of folks here from the Team Brohammer doing work. And we can tune into the player mics if we need to.
we've tried it a couple different ways, and some of the feedback that we got on that is it's you can kind of hear that background noise, that kind of hum of all the people in the room. But when we were focusing on the players, it became difficult because you wanted to hear the players, and then we were talking too. So it just kind of became this tug of war for who
And then
you were trying to
sometimes
listen
they would
to.
not talk. You know,
Yeah.
and so you would be
You
like,
can't make people talk.
Yeah,
And Thomas and I like to talk.
we can't control what they're saying or how often they talk. So, we certainly can tune in if you guys need to hear something or we think that something's happening. But a lot of times, it's just not as in depth as you would expect.
Yeah, so again, if we come to a situation where we felt like we needed to actually hear the players, the weathermen give us such a good intel on the table. It's not really necessary for the players to talk. And here's the other thing about the players talking. It adds an extra level of stress to them for some of these guys. And this game in particular, it means a lot. Like each one of these tables, if they don't do well, it's pushing them out of that top 8.
Is this the sergeant? Yes.
All right, so we're trying to get a little shot of line of sight.
That's true. Nick does love to talk.
There we go. You kind of seeing down that angle there. What we're kind of looking at is kind of this angle here.
I'll actually give you 5 from the mortar.
His
One wound.
sentinel that you can't quite see.
Hits. And no wounds. 1 save. I'm the 2 up and cover. I do make it.
So we'll see what shooting he can do. It's a little bit of positioning this turn to really kind of set up for turn 2.
This sentinel can
I feel like John has a commanding position here, but Nick's trying to do his best with his guardsmen to kind of
Screen
block
him
and
out.
screen out. So we'll see if that's enough to hold back the onslaught. He certainly has a plan in his mind.
Yeah, he does have a plan, and he's got those other guys, like you said, those other Centurions coming in. But I don't know where he comes in that's effective because it looks like to me he's pushed out on those corners. I guess he could come top on the other side of that hill on the top left if he wanted to, unless there's something else up there. I don't know if there is. I can't really see. Tilt up. It looks like, yep, he's got stuff up there. So he can't come in up there. He has to literally come on the other side of the hill toward the middle.
Oh, you talking about Nick?
Yeah, Nick, sorry.
So
with
this
his Centurion.
John's going first, so he's going to have the opportunity to deploy his sense in reserve or not.
That's right.
He may hold them back just to kind of counter.
See where those ones go.
Yeah. It's brinkmanship. Who's going to drop their sense first?
So right now, Nick is in his shooting phase. He's moved this tank in this back corner that you can't see. He's moved it full distance, and then he spent the point for Vigilus to shoot it twice, even though it's moved. Even though it's moved full distance.
Mike, that's a great suggestion. We will eventually get to the point. Probably not on this tournament because we're just not. That wasn't something that we included yet, but we will get to where we're showing the stratagems and abilities and relics that people are playing. It'll be like, we'll probably eventually have like graphics on the screen that we'll be able to be like, okay, this has been played, boom, and it'll pop up on the screen.
Yeah, it's just so much, and we've been trying to pull this together.
But I'm saying, just Mike's making a good suggestion. That would be a great thing to have. We'd love to have that.
Oh, we would love it.
So
I don't have any relics programmed in here. I have the weapons. I could pull up a weapon.
we can pull up weapons, and we can pull up. So that's been great to be able to see. So is there anything that you guys need to know, any stats on? You're like, well, what does that do? You can let us know, and we can pull up the stats on it.
All right, guys. So Nick's tank that pulled out with the Hammer of Sandrix double fired and pulled the unit of eliminators off the table.
Yeah. Not surprised by that.
3 damage.
He did do some damage to himself because he had to go all the way down to the plasma cannon sponsons to get them.
I mean, they
Really?
do +2 to cover, so.
+2 to cover. That was a long movement phase. What's the time left on there? Do they have a time clock, or are they playing round time?
Give me a second. I'll check it.
Yeah, they are burning a lot of time in this early phase.
I mean, that was a long movement
So
phase.
John's down to 1 hour and 4.
Yeah.
Nick is at 56 minutes and counting.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of time.
And
with
this is
those
turn
guards.
2.
This is bottom
of
1.
Oh, my God.
They just got to be careful about using up too much time early on.
Dude.
Can we jump over to Alex's table? Around table 3.
Yeah, so Currently, Ruben's doing his shooting phase. I'm sorry, he's doing his assault phase. He had just finished up his shooting phase. Blinked a couple wounds off the warsuit. Managed to take out the captain that was right in the center that had charged up, right up in here. So he's doing his retaliation assaults. Jumped in his captain and putting his centurions in, just trying to wipe this intercessor unit in the middle. I think that's pretty much all he did in his turn 2 right now. But he was going to drop the other cent unit in the backfield, decided to hang on, just wait for them until next turn, kind of biding his time, clearing out a little bit more of the center, seeing what he can do before those guys need to make their final push. So that's where we are right now.
So would you say, in your professional opinion, Chad, what does he need to do to counteract this? And by he, I mean Alex.
So he still has a warsuit that's right around the corner that's coming up, which can easily charge some scouts, easily get up in there. Ruben's got a lot of stuff pushed up against this wall, so if he's not careful, he could get got. Now, at the same time, though, if I'm not mistaken, he's got an impulsor and another warsuit sitting behind the wall that can kind of charge out. And I think once Alex manages to clear out those Centurions and some of the midfield stuff, if possible, then those warsuits really have a chance to push up and deal damage. But at the same time, he needs to be careful, because if he pushes too aggressively and the other Centurion units drop in the backfield, he doesn't really have a lot that can block him out, unless he's just going to fire missiles from those land speeders at him.
Right. And this is top of 2, right?
Correct. Almost bottom of 2 right now, but yeah, top.
Yeah. Interesting. So it looks like John's now going to have to grab at least another objective, which he could probably easily do. I mean, Alex is going to have to grab another objective, which he can pretty easily do to be able to tie him up or blow up that dreadnought over there.
So yeah, I mean, currently the score is pretty close. You know, Alex and Ruben both have 3 on the primaries, and then Ruben has 3 on his secondaries, 1 for each, and Alex has 2 on his.
What did Alex just spend a strategy on? I thought I just saw him spend a CP.
Mercy is weakness.
And what does that do?
I say +1 on the single paint.
Just that one.
Mercy's weakness, liberators, and +1 to hit.
Mercy. Okay. Liberators, Mercy is weakness, and +1 to hit. So 3 CP spent just right there to make those guys hit their hardest.
Which guys?
There's a 2-man intercessor squad right here in the middle. So he's really capitalizing on that Thunderhammer, just trying to make a hit.
And this is Alex fighting back during Ruben's turn?
Correct.
Okay. 3 CP.
I mean, he did that in the first round, moving him up, pushing him through that wall. Managed to kill 3 Centurions with it. So, you know, that's what he's trying to do,
He
killing
picked
off
up
the
the
Centurions.
sits. Wow, look at that.
Picked him up.
Thunderhammer doing work.
It's a big play.
We know about that.
You do like that. Isn't
No, I don't have Mercy as weak to just drop 4 damage on it. Got that kind of tech in the Outrons.
He also likes to play with him as his Warlord trait is once per game, I believe. He gives a unit an additional chapter tactic, so he likes to make them white scars as well. So just in case they need to get out of that repulsor and advance and charge.
Right.
That's pretty clutch.
That is cool. It's a big deal. Can we actually jump to camera 1 when we get a chance and take a look and see what's going? Will, you can kind of fill us in and let us know what's been going on, please, sir.
We're rolling into the top of 3. Right now, the score stands at 14-10 in Justin's favor after the bottom of 2. They're both kind of talking about how right now it's kind of a war of attrition for them. They're kind of trying to get more secondaries, trying to get either kill or hold more. They're kind of trading on the primaries, trying to load up on their secondaries. And right now they're trying to see kind of who's going to come out first and risk it.
Awesome.
Thanks for that update. Yep. See that drill's tucked back in, trying to hide from the night onslaught.
What's in those drill? What's in that drill?
14-10, Justin.
Electro Priest are in the drill.
Are these fighting ones?
Are they Fulgurite or
Corpuscari.
Corpusari?
That's good. Our ladies go.
They are the fighty Electro Priest.
Those would be Fulgurite.
Right,
Fulgurite.
yeah. Oh, we know. We got all these admin guys.
You
here.
got all these admin guys.
Got a bunch of
Too many admin guys in one place.
Justin's taking the lead, 14.
Yeah, and it looks like Chaos are not holding any objectives, right? It's kind of interesting.
That is correct. They are not on any objectives at the moment.
He's got to push up this turn to try to at least hold one.
Yeah, he did not hold at all. The only primary he got last was Killmore.
Yeah. He's giving
So
up,
he's picked up
2 points.
7 of his secondary points.
And how many? Now, you're talking about Justin there?
Davis had to pick up 7 secondaries because he didn't get any hold at all.
I got you.
The chicken charge held him in, kept him from off for an objective, but it gave him up good gangbusters and Warlord with that smash cap.
Doesn't seem like a good trade.
Not when he has old school. I don't know.
Fulgurite priests are the best priests. They bring the pain.
Hard to argue with that. There's some
No.
the
Not
data
right.
list-
Right now.
With the data list,
I disagree.
data list, you can make those electro shooting priests do some work.
Do you know what the data list makes those dudes do?
Explode on 5s.
And then mortal, dude, it's so many attacks. It's like more attacks. You do it, man. It's so many attacks.
You know what you really need when you roll those guys?
I do.
Dragons in the house. Dragons attack. Those guys pop dragons. It's all over.
Yeah, you pop Mars. Wrath of Mars. 010101.
Yeah, I think the problem with the fighting electro priests is they eat CP like it's going out of style.
Yeah.
You want to fight twice with them.
Then you want to acquisition all costs. I'm give them a 2-up in bone save.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. Don't get me wrong. I love me some electro priests. I got 20 of them. Got a couple drills, but you know, that's a lot of CP. You want to fight twice with them. You know, it's just constant spend on those guys.
It's constantly spending on them. But I'll tell you, I've had those dudes belly flop on me so many times where you're like, oh my gosh,
They can't even kill
I
us.
didn't kill whatever.
Scout to get my
Freaking
invulnerable save buff.
they do
Coming
the
in hot on a
charge.
night. I got this guy.
They do the
Oh.
charge, and you're like, okay, cool. I rolled like 3 6s, and then they got like 2 models left. You're like, cool. I swing with these dudes. I can only make it with a couple, and they just belly flop, and you're like, ugh, 3 CP swing again. Next, that is so bad.
The life of the electro priests.
Freaking electro priest, man. They'll take you off.
It's an EP life right there. Oh man. You haven't played till you belly flop with some electro priests.
Dude,
Lost the whole game.
He's measuring how far these electro priests can come out now.
Yeah.
And
He's trying to think, is it worth trying to pop out to get here?
because he could charge in, he could charge straight through that wall into those.
Yeah, he got those nurglings right there.
Yeah, he's trying to decide how far he's coming
And how-
out,
how-
so he's pre-measuring
how
how
many-
far the electro priest can come through the
How many
wall.
CP does he have?
Davis has 4, Justin has 3.
So So Davis has 4. So great. So what he could do is he could come out of there, charge the Nurglings, include one of the. If he's within 12 of one of the knights, include one of the knights, swing twice. If he rolls a big charge, and maybe bring down a knight.
With all his CP, that's a lot of work on a belly flop. I mean, having just seen Justin's, not opposed to the big risk, big play reward.
Well, we saw what he did. So, see, I would have almost rather kind of. I mean, I understand why he pushed those dudes up. Oh, he just says, "Okay, you go." I would have almost rather had the Smash Captain go in with the Electro Priest.
Yeah,
So, are those
He has
Electro
another one next to the electro priest drill.
another what?
Smash Captain?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
that's interesting right there.
Question: are those Electro Priests
Thank you.
Ryza? What are they? What is all that?
What's the electro priest?
Forge
chapter?
World.
Yeah, Forge World.
They are all Styges.
Styges. It's Styges. Interesting.
Got some requests to go check out Eddie versus Max Steel.
Yeah, let's go. Let's if we can get a Max Steel match. I don't know where they are. Max Steel versus Eddie Kraft.
That game's over. I just talked to Max Steel.
Oh, what was
Oh.
the final?
Do you know? And if you don't, would you mind?
39-3, Mac.
Wow, that's a fast, big win.
39-3.
Wow, how did they
Max
go
Steel.
so quick?
'Cause it's
In Steel,
because it's-
playing the 3
It's-
Chaos
He's
Knights?
playing 3 Chaos Knights,
Yeah.
and he's got 3 Invictus War Suits. He's got the bikes. We saw what Eddie's list was. It's just, I mean, if he rolls hot on those thermal cannons, pick it up.
Yeah, it's true. All the suits down.
And then if the suits blew up in his lines, if he went first, it was like D6 damage everywhere. It's awful. Although I guess it wouldn't be I don't know. Maybe it would be in his lines.
So we have an update here on table 2. After round 1, both players scored 4 points. And we are in the shooting phase for John Lennon, but he has dropped his Assault Dev Squad and successfully cast both Ride the Wind and Storm Wreath on those guys. So he's going to get +2 to their charge, and they cannot be overwatched.
15 shots there. Actually 12.
Who's he wanting to charge with those guys?
It looks to me like he's going to charge a group of guardsmen and a scout.
Slingshot, or is he not going to? Oh, he's going to go all the way down range.
I think he's going to go all the way down range and try and get into the tank in the back that has the Hammer of Sundries.
Oh yeah, the tank's back here. You can't see. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah, you're correct. That tank is back there, essentially under the Army Painter logo or the BCP logo right now, tucked into that ruin.
Got a lot of action going on in the background.
It's a Smash Brothers or Smash. What is that thing called? What's that game called? Smash Ultimate Tournament.
Yeah. So we're at Access Replay. It's a gaming LAN center. So there's another tournament going on actually. So we got a lot of energy in the room.
They get excited about their fighting games.
He's really taking his time to think about where he wants to go with these guys. He's probably going to do a couple multi-charges here just in case he flubs the roll for the long distance. And also, if he makes a good charge, he could string them out so he can hit both.
So he's finishing out with the Hurricane Bolters currently off of this squad here.
He's going to shoot. He's shooting all these units.
I've got 5,
So this is going to give him kill more.
1. I am not shooting.
Then he's going to charge down there. What are those in the bottom of the L on John's side?
These look like eliminators here.
What are you looking for?
Those are just eliminators?
Inside the L, those
Here?
look like
Those are just
unit
eliminators.
scouts.
Those
or
are
two
two
eliminators.
units of eliminators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could charge them through, like leave like a couple dudes. I mean, they'll still kill a bunch of guardsmen, won't they?
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Chimeras. They'll have shock assault.
And then hold that objective.
What was that?
I said, and then he would hold that objective.
He could just pop out here. I don't know that he risked them now. There's no real reason to.
I mean, if he
doesn't need that objective this time.
well, if he wants to hold more, but I guess
True. So what he's looking at is his chaplain is back here,
yeah.
and he's got, I think this is a chaplain on bike here.
Chaplain and chaplain.
Could you please explain how the pairings occurred today after day 1, Swiss?
1,
Sure.
2, 2. Not going to shoot that.
So basically, what it does is what it do.
So yeah, day 1 we did pairs Swiss. Everyone did random pairings first round, and then all Swiss pairings. So after day 1, everyone was broken into groups.
He wants to know how day 1 worked, right?
3 saves.
We asked it after day 1, right? How did pairings happen today? That's what he's asking.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah. So group play. So everyone got put into groups. They're 3 rounds. Pairings are based on win loss and then battle points. So it is Swiss pairing on day 2. So you can't play the same person twice. We had a couple situations where after the first round,
Crushing.
2 winners are actually still
I didn't think there's a lot
Swiss
of people
pairing
not coming back tomorrow.
going to play. So you had Swiss pairing.
Sorry.
So now we're playing the next round. And based on your total battle loss and battle points and win-loss record for day 1 and day 2, that will put you into the brackets for day 3. So once you're broken into your groups, you only play in your group. So you're Swiss pairing off the players in your group.
Yeah.
So each person from day 1 is broken into 8 groups, and so play today is all based on Swiss pairing in that particular group. And so you need to win your group. Combined, so your total day 1, day 2 scoring to kind of move on into the different brackets on day 3.
I ignore cover.
Obviously, the top group, actually, the top bracket on day 3, that's the money bracket.
That's right.
Each of the other brackets, if you fall into those, there are prizes for the top winner there. But again, single elimination. So 3 games on the final day, single elimination, culminating in a winner of each bracket, and the top bracket handing out $5,000 to the top winner.
What is the tiebreaker after battle points?
One Thunderfire cannon.
That's a good question.
Can we get Brad in here and ask him?
We will get a message. That might be worth it.
That, we got a little break. Let's bring Brad in if he
Bring
wants
Brad
to.
in while we kind of have a downtime in the action, and we'll get an answer from the man himself.
The man, the myth, the legend. Coin flip.
Artisan 1 fails.
So we're still shooting. You'll see some card guys evaporating. Actually, shot down here. Did he pick up the Sentinel as well? I guess he's not going to charge down there.
It was a long ways. And he probably didn't want to just... is it really worth it extending out that far?
Can we scroll the map up just a little bit?
All right, last Thunderfire is going to go on this infantry unit here.
Being interviewed.
Not taking cover, I assume.
Got a couple questions for you.
I want to see the tank in this top right corner.
All I have left in
Looks like he's
reserve
right
at
through the
moment
wall.
is a
Yeah.
jump pack.
He tall-armed it back.
Half the tank.
Yeah, there he is. I see him. Thank you. Look at that tank right
6,
there.
7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, so we had a question.
So we got. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we had a question from the stream asking how pairings were done today, and then what are the tiebreakers?
Like, what is the tiebreaker after battle points?
Yeah.
We can. Okay, so
So
you're
let's
live.
put Brad in here.
This is
Hey,
this
guys.
is the man here. This is Brad.
Put him to
Hope
work.
you guys are enjoying it. I'm tired. I'm sure you guys are all tired. Everybody's tired. It's
Everybody's
been long.
tired, man.
We
It's
still
been a
got
long
another
day.
Got
Still
another
got
day?
one more day.
So battle points. After battle points, what's the tiebreaker?
Like for this, like to just determine.
If we're both 4-2 and we both got exactly the same amount of battle points, that's be tough. What would be the tiebreaker to go on to the top bracket?
You have to play another game.
One save.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So you're basically saying with the one situation that it could happen right now.
Right.
Yeah.
If they both win, they tie in battle points. Yeah, we're here for another 3 hours.
So that situation
It
he's
doesn't
talking
have
about.
to be. We don't have to stream it. Everyone can leave, and I can stay here while they play it.
No,
But
we wouldn't
yeah.
do
We
that
would
too.
totally
We'd stream it.
Yeah, we totally.
There you go.
So this could do it,
I
but-
offered you guys an out.
But
Just
also,
remember that.
also Lennon and Alex could do it.
No,
as
you just
well.
gotta go buy me a Red Bull.
No, Monster, right?
Ugh.
Oh.
Monster tastes so gross.
Yeah, we're in the monster house right
Well, yeah. So that's how we wrote it up, and then yeah, we gotta play a game.
now. Yeah. So we have that opportunity twice here because Justin and Bryce or Davis could pull a double tie, and if John Lennon wins and Alex wins, but he pulls a 10-point more, he could also tie, right?
Todd, also in answer to your thing, we do have a ring, a championship ring, that's going to be sized and given to the winner in addition to the 5 stacks.
Yeah. Once the winner's crowned, we'll get the size on their ring and get that custom made for him.
And it's like a Super Bowl ring.
Oh yeah, it's super.
I wish we had a picture to show you guys.
Super fly.
Maybe we can get that for tomorrow.
We might be able to pull a picture. But yeah, we'll have that once we get it designed and shipped out. We'll do some pictures and we'll ship it off to the winner.
So I'm gonna read this right from the website, where it's written verbatim.
This guy.
This is where I'm going from.
This is
So
why
Saturday,
I love Brad so
if
much.
2 players are tied in record and battle points on Saturday, they will play an additional game to determine who advances. If these players are tied in record and battle points, I don't know why I said this sentence, but on Saturday they will be seeded into a single. So this is basically of 3 players. So if more than 1 player, then they get seeded into a single elimination bracket and play that out. So there was a potential that we had to play
A couple games.
a
Like
couple
2
games.
extra games. And
Yeah.
be here till like
We want
midnight.
one true
Yeah.
winner.
And then be
so-
back here at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, let's not think about that because it's not going to happen.
Oh, my brain's already there. It's in the dark hole.
Okay. Well, it's
I
not
need to
going to
be
happen
rescued.
tonight. I'll feel really good when it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So,
The dark hole.
It's in the dark
my
hole.
opinion, with how the games are going out there, John is going to come out on top and is not going to.
You're already
be a
putting it
tie.
out there like that?
Yeah, John is going to win.
Yeah.
Alex might win. I think his game's going to be a lot closer. I think that John.
Yeah,
But John's already ahead by
are-
10 points, right? So
He's
it's like
just going to steamroll.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
this,
I don't-
this
I-
game with
I don't-
Alex over here is going to be kind of close, actually. I mean, you know, or unless you're talking about a different Alex.
Oh yeah, that's Alex. Let's pop to table 3 with Chad.
Whoa! Someone just started talking in my head, guys. Who's that?
That's Chad.
that is
I
Chad.
know. That's kind of cool, though. I haven't been on this side of the mic yet.
That's
so I'm
right.
out there.
I know. We wanted to have you on here because people haven't gotten to meet you.
Hi, I'm Brad.
Brad the man.
Brad the
Yeah.
man.
You got some fans in the chat.
You do have a lot of fans.
Thanks, fans. Yeah, I mean, everything so far I think has been going phenomenal. I mean, we've given out I think that all the players have been cooperating very well. I don't think there's been any issues. Everybody loves the mats, the terrain, the
We talked about
objectives. I
some
haven't
yellow
really
cards.
heard
We did
anything.
have to give out some yellow cards, but
Yeah.
But
I
really-
plan on posting that information as well after this,
Yeah,
so
so
that
we'll-
people know, like, here's the 6 yellow cards that were given out. Here's the exact reasons why. We have it all
and it's all
Documented.
documented in our
and everything
Discord.
like that.
Yep.
Another cool thing, we did best painted through like a Google form, so we have like that like digitally.
People were coming up and scanning it.
Yeah, and so then
Their
even like
votes.
rating everybody's armies, we have the stats. It's really cool. I looked at it, and it's like, you know, it says 3 colors, 100%. You know, based 90%. So like we have these like cool stats of like what everybody's like.
Are we gonna
armies
give
were.
that to the public to
Hell
look at?
yeah, we're gonna give that.
yeah, so
Because
we
it's
can
one of
see.
those things. Like you got to start, you know, giving information to people to have,
That's right.
you know, that stuff's like, just goes to show, like, when you start turning stuff into digital, you just have so much more information. I mean,
Right.
obviously we've had a little technical issues with, you know, the apps working and stuff, but it's working, you know, 90% of the time. So
just
I mean, you can't
Android
really
problems,
complain.
you know?
Yeah.
Typical.
Yeah. Upgrade your phones to iPhones.
Don't,
I gotta get them as a
don't
sponsor.
start the fire.
Dude, they
Don't-
get so mad at me when I say
don't
this stuff.
Android.
Chat,
Why?
I'm an Android
because
guy, so
because
don't
they're all
shoot me.
Android people. They're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Don't
he's
shoot
a,
me.
he's a hipster Android hater.
So
Yes, sir.
do your text messages come
Say
through
so.
blue or green?
Blue.
Right.
Yeah,
You're superior.
that's right.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
even
Dylan's is green. Look,
Dylan's
he's looking
is
on
green.
his
Like,
phone.
he's not even-
He's
like,
like,
he's like-
wait, what?
he's like,
I don't even know what that. I don't even know what that means.
That's not
That's
not even
not-
a real.
that's
That's not
not
a real.
iPhone
It's
blue.
not even
That's
a
not
real.
real blue.
That's not
like,
a real.
That's like seafoam.
What are you
That's
doing,
like
man? Don't even
seafoam
show
green.
me that
Do
garbage.
some work. Quit messing around on your phone.
Hey,
iPhones for life.
iPhones for life, baby. So yeah, are you excited about the best sports thing? I mean, that's
Yeah,
a big deal.
I actually just went and counted all the stars because I was wondering who was in the lead.
Who's winning?
I don't remember.
Is it still Jacob? He
Yeah,
had-
Jacob.
Yeah.
He's got 28, and the closest to him is 24.
That's
There's like
500
two people
bones,
with like
man.
24.
It's crazy.
Wow, that's a lot. So yeah, so if you don't know how we do that, Damien's brainchild and Brad's bring that to fruition. Stars.
I told him it's not that it's a good idea. It's just my mind is very childish. So
But
I went.
It's like, it's a good idea, and it's something where, you know, yeah, some people might not be taking it 100% serious, but it's just something active to do rather than just like writing something on a piece of paper and just.
and it's
doing
all
it for
visible.
nonsense.
Everyone could see how
Yeah.
many everyone else has, right?
Yeah.
You can see who has a lot of
fun.
stars and who
Yeah.
doesn't, right?
Yeah. I can't remember who it was, but they told me that were a really good idea to add that feature in when they go to submit their scores on ITC Battle App. Literally put 1
Stars.
through 5 stars, and you
Yeah.
rate the opponent right there, just like a Uber driver.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Wow.
excellent.
Well,
That's a good
do you
idea.
deduct their stars out of their purse, or is it just like I give everyone 5 stars?
Well, it's just like you have 1 through 5, right, to rate people. So then,
And you have a certain
Yeah.
amount of stars still to hand out.
But I mean, the issue
can't
with the
always
stars
do
is
5.
you don't have unlimited. I mean, I give everyone a 5. It
That's
doesn't
what I'm saying.
but
You
it's
only
digital.
still.
But it's digital.
Yeah, but if you give everybody 5 stars all the time, everybody's
Oh, no, you
tied.
guys just made my life complicated.
That's what I'm just saying. You just have a certain amount, like we did now.
Well, if I play you, I'm giving you like a 2.5.
Why?
Because you
Why?
asked
'Cause I
about
won?
How many stars he's gonna have?
Because you won. No, what are we, 1-1? No,
Yeah, we're-
I'm 2-1. I
No,
beat
you're not
twice.
2-1. Oh yeah, we're 2. I've only beaten you once. I've only beaten you once. That's true. That's true.
I'll tell you
That's
what
fair.
though.
Tell me
I've
what.
been staring at the bracket out there,
Yeah.
and I've been trying to do my picks.
Yeah. you gonna-
Ignanavati and Sean Naden are going to play each other, and I'm really torn.
They are gonna play each other.
I mean, if they better freaking win their first games. They're
Yeah.
my picks. They have to. They don't have a choice.
So they would meet up.
All right, guys. On table 1, on an update,
Let's go to table 1.
we're going to the bottom of turn 3. Justin picked up a few more points. He's sitting at 16 at the top, and at the bottom, Davis has blown up the drill, and that's about it. But it's
Looks like those priests are on the other side of the wall now.
yeah. They when the drill blew up, they got out and they went to the other side of the wall, and they're scoring it right now. So I'll have you an update with the bottom of the turn score in just a second.
And top of the turn is Davis, right? Just to make sure.
Top of the turn is Justin. Bottom is Davis. We're just finishing up the bottom of turn 3, and I'll have the total score. As of right now, it is 16-10, but we've got to put in the final.
Yeah, Davis went second on that.
I mean, that's a lot of pressure, huh, Brad? Being like, okay, if I don't win this game, I'm not in the top 8.
Yeah. I mean, talking to them, Justin definitely wants it more than Davis does. Davis is like he's my pick, right?
Yeah.
So I told Justin, I was like, just so you know, I'm rooting against you on this. I was like, I don't have a choice. He's been talking to me all weekend. He's a super nice guy, but Davis, he's definitely a lot more calm and collected. And he was like, yeah, I'm leaving like super early in the morning. And his buddies are like, you're not leaving if you get top 8, bro. Like you ain't going nowhere. So he's just like he's not like super hungry for it, right? So he's gonna play a lot calmer, probably not make as many mistakes. Where Justin, like, he is here to make that top 8.
Yeah.
And like he wants it like super super hard. So
I don't know that
every little thing that he might do is going to.
He was super aggressive on turn 1, but he's got the lead on it. So.
I know, but here's the thing, though. I mean, this is what turn is this?
We're at the bottom of 3, about to go into the top of 4.
What does he have left to even deal with knights?
Yeah.
He still has his 2 dreadnoughts that have las cannons. He still has a smash captain that's still alive and the electro priest.
Yeah.
It's not that much, man.
That's not enough, and they're way back. So.
And they're way back.
Are
So
all 3 knights still alive?
yeah, I think so. I think all 3 knights are still alive.
Can we scroll to the left and down just a little bit?
And even still, let's say he wins this game, man. I'm going to be perfectly. I love AdMac. I want them to do well, but I just don't think this list has the teeth to carry it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Right now it is 17-13 after the bottom of 3.
Yeah.
But Triple Knight, it's been interesting. Triple Chaos Knights, we've just been seeing them like in this tournament.
They've been
in
doing
particular.
work, and
They've just been
Austin's
doing
kind of
work.
leading the pack, right?
Austin,
With the high scores.
dude, Austin's he's got a silly amount of points.
He was 178.
178.
Like he's steamrolling out there right now.
Yeah, he is crushing face.
Unbelievable.
I mean, well ahead of the rest of the pack. So,
Yeah.
well deserved. I mean, he's been playing well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the good thing about the Chaos Knights is they're hard to kill. They can sit back and then move on turn 2 or 3. They don't. So then you can almost give your opponent nothing to shoot at or do turn 1 a lot of the time because you could be out of range. And then they could hide behind those walls, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you get close to them, they're not hiding, but they can hide, so they can move around pretty freely at a distance to stay out of line of sight. And then once they get up in your face, man, they get that board control. They're on multiple objectives super fast, and then they just take the board control.
And you got Disco Lords if you need them to kind of push.
That's the other thing. They got
Austin,
Disco Lords in the list, like complimenting, like going first, like it's like first
And
wave.
if you don't mess with those, like you're roasted and toasted turn 2. Like
Yeah.
Well, and
Austin's running the Mortarian, so I mean, he's a beat stick on himself.
So I really like that in his list. I think that's what kind of sets
It's a little bit
Austin's
different
list apart.
from the others. Yeah.
And Austin's been playing those where he just kind of sits back a lot of times. He's like, all right, you can come midfield first. Go grab your objectives. Rah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Guys,
the
we
game
had an
that he's
issue
playing
come
right
up
now-
a minute ago that I just want to let y'all know because I heard Brad talking about how Justin really wants this. They got a little testy. We got a judge to make a calling on some line of sight issues, and the guys both kind of they both seemed like they want it. And I was like, hey guys, let's just take a breath. They both took a breath. They calmed down. They shook hands, and they got back in there, started joking around, having fun again.
It's awesome.
So that's just it's good sportsmanship. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's like, hey, we go up and then take a breath, calm down, and they're good to go.
Yeah, and that was basically line of sight, and they were talking about a knight turning its upper part of the torso and when it's allowed and if it can do it and stuff like that.
What do you mean, like separate from the model?
Yes.
Like literally
if
how
you-
it's
if
connected
you-
here, you pick it up and turn it like that?
Yeah, like as if you were a Lehman Russ like top turret
Yeah, it doesn't.
or anything
It doesn't.
like that.
No,
I mean,
no, you can't do
mine's
that.
magnetized. I could physically do that, and the arms are loose, but you can't do that.
Hey, real quick, I want to talk about a real clutch play coming out of Ruben. So, if you'll notice on table 3, the Centurions, he dropped them in the back, assaulted a land
Table 3.
speeder, and then, if you can see it right now, he managed to get a 6-inch pile in, or sorry, 6-inch consolidate after he killed that speeder, and he was able to wrap one of the scouts and the unit right next to him. So now he has a 5-man assault Centurion unit that cannot be shot, which is forcing Alex to kind of move his guys either away or hopefully maybe move block the Centurions in the next round, since they're a huge threat right there now.
As discussed, he won't swing, so only 4 will. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good play.
That is a big play. You get caught off guard by that 6-inch consolidate. You don't really think that.
That's what I was
Centurions are gonna move
saying.
that fast.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Trapping those scouts there. Now this is kind of a big dead zone right here. Like you got to commit. Are you coming in hard to kind of stop that, or you got to back up because they're going to come up and punch your face?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? Because they have a lot of attacks, a lot of AP on those attacks.
Yeah.
So
If you don't get them, they're going to get you back.
Exactly.
He's going to see what he does with this warsuit.
So he has lost 2 warsuits now, Alex, and he's got one more that can come out and try to punch him.
Oh, he's coming in hot. He's committing. He's got to deal with these sense right here, or they're just going to run rampant.
I think this is the make or break turn,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like, Ruben's made his good plays, so now if Alex can respond hard, it's going to be a battle to the end.
So even though, Alex though has to pull out. It doesn't look like he's going to be able
It
to do what he
doesn't look
needs to
like
do.
Alex is going to be able to do it because he's got to get a big win here. He can't just get a scrape-by win.
Yeah.
He's got to surpass John Lennon, which looks like he's got a commanding position against
Which I guess,
Nick.
what is the score right now? Can we just pull up the score for that table 2? Just as we can keep on table 3, just score.
Table 3 or score?
Yeah, a
It
table
says
2
It's
score.
only 4-4 on the side there, but that might be wrong.
4-4.
It's 4-4. We're
That
in a salt
CP is
phase.
not correct,
That
though.
CP is incorrect.
Okay.
Lennon has
I was
6
like, wait,
and
what's
Nick has
happening?
5.
24-14. What is happening?
Yeah, if they don't
They're like,
click
well,
those things on
they're
the
like,
app.
do you have an agreement that we both have 30 CP? That's fine.
I wonder if that's just like a glitch like it was the other day.
I think they might just miss that little check down. You gotta see it.
Yeah.
So what you can't see right now, what's already happened in their assault
at
phase,
that.
is right back here. This Smash Captain came in, picked up the Centurion assault squad, and moved over and touched that tank with his consolidator.
Oh, wow.
Picked up the whole squad.
Picked up a 3-man squad.
Yeah, he had that unit sitting
Yeah,
there
he
ready.
sure did. Remember, that's the unit we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he basically hit his whole army behind that L.
Yeah.
And he just sat out there for 2 turns, and he was letting his opponent, because he just, like, knew, like, oh, his opponent's going to come to me, and then he let him get within the arm's length. And,
See,
then
and
he's
that's
just
what
like,
we're, Wolf. I mean, he put all his stuff up there to like roadblock, and we're like, dude, that's not going to roadblock. What it's going
Right.
to do is going to let him catapult past that,
Right.
and you're not going to be able to shoot it. Yeah, and then he's going to be like, okay, trap. I didn't kill that. Die. Move.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I'm surprised that was his move.
yeah.
to
Like,
be
this is
honest.
going to be the turn that John just starts to steamroll.
Oh, dude,
And it's going to be like this turn and next turn, and he's going to start rolling.
I knew it was a long shot picking Nick as my people's champion, but it looks like I also agree. I think John has him right where he wants him.
Are you trying to say that you gave me a gimme?
I think you're now back in it.
2-4 right now.
Oh, yeah. Who's winning?
4-2.
It was 4-1. I rolled
This
a
is-
6
this
to
is
pick the
over.
winner of this game.
Wait, 4-2. Hasn't there been, like,
been
9 people?
6 games.
So we only pick one stream.
Oh, before this one. Before this one.
Yeah. This is number 6.
This is. I was just counting this as a win already.
Oh, so you're only picking one table out of the 3?
Right.
And what we've been doing is we've been letting the last couple. We're like, let the people pick which table, and then we'll roll on a champion off
Got
that.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's a question. Next time, can we let the weathermen get in on this action?
Oh, dang. He's thinking about it. I vote yes.
We get in on as far as picking or
Oh, picking the table.
Picking
Hey,
the
I'll
tables.
paint a model for somebody. I don't care.
Oh, Chad's stepping up.
Chadwick stepping up.
Chad's an awesome painter.
It might,
so
it might
Chad
be a
is
few
an
months,
awesome
but I'll do
painter.
it.
So-
Yeah, you guys could pick. Here's what we do. You guys go. Go ahead. You had an idea.
Well, I was just going to say, like, we're going to make a big thing of it. So once we get that model picked out, whoever the champion is, that they want us to paint.
Because tomorrow's huge games.
Yeah, and so we'll get that model. We'll do a Twitch stream of us live streaming, painting, and talking about the champion of the choice. And you'll be able to watch us kind of get that model painted live in action. So you'll see us actually painting, donning our hobby skills. Got the headband in the shop.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
So that comment there, Brad, Thomas over the weekend has said so far.
Oh, is this Ultra? Is this Ultra again?
He has said, blow your load, fondle your package, or what was it? Hold your package.
I think it was whole. I don't think I said fun, but
Either
yes.
fondle or hold. I can't remember.
Where are you seeing this at?
You already, like,
It was way up. And so blow your load, shoot your. I can't remember, man. You said quite a few things this weekend that have. I mean, the chat has been periodically putting them in there because he's just been
Just to
saying
remind me.
saying these things.
So this is my favorite thing about
Picking
the
them up.
terrain.
Picking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so it's so nice. I mean, if you haven't played
Oh,
with it.
can't be there. Can't be there.
Let's
Can't
get
be
it.
there. Can't be there.
Let's get a note right here. He cannot.
He's on the wall.
There we go. Look at
There you
him.
go.
Look at him.
Roll it.
Corrections.
So what we were pointing out there is, even though they picked up that terrain to make it easier to measure, this piece is still here. You cannot end your movement
Well done,
intersecting.
John.
Thomas is like a pro
Yeah.
at this drawing stuff.
I know, it's
now.
fantastic.
Like, I don't even know what's happening.
It's fantastic.
Like,
Oh, I love this illustrated.
I know
I'm
it
like,
does.
they're like, stop drawing.
It's super useful. I was hoping to see more people like pick up the terrain and stuff, but from like walking around a lot and watching a lot of games, people are still measuring.
I know a couple times I
over
just
everything.
on these top tables because we've talked about it
Yeah,
because sometimes they don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, you can pick this up if you need to.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god, it's like a big revelation.
Yeah.
So Thomas has said, before or after he blows his load, he said, "Come behind the hill."
I love how somebody is taking track.
They're
of
like
all
keeping
this.
track of this.
No, they
I don't remember even saying that, but that sounds like something I would say.
No, you have. He said all these sexual innuendos, and he's not even meaning it like that though. He's just like,
No,
yeah, dude, he
no.
totally blew his load there.
And he didn't kill anything that he's done, And
And
they're like, oh, your load really? Like, tone it back. And I'm like, what? He shot all of his shots.
And
He
he's-
unloaded
he's-
his
he's
cannon.
he's talking about holding the objectives, and so he's
Yeah.
like, hey, yeah, you got to hold that precious package, or however he
Because
described.
that was the mission. It was called Precious Cargo. You're gonna hold the Precious Cargo. They moved their objective.
But you said package. You did say package, sir.
We love it.
Fellas, I believe
So-
someone from HR would like to talk to both.
Did any of your guys' picks make it to top 8?
Oh my gosh, this guy here he goes. There.
Does
you-
Chad even know like what's going on with that?
So on Sunday,
No, they don't, because I don't think they listen to our podcast.
we had a little podcast on Sunday,
You
a
guys should listen next time. and
pre-mission.
have 700 people
we had
watch every
Kelly.
Sunday night at 8 p.m.
We had exactly. We had Damien and myself all kind of do some pregame predictions who we thought was going to win the whole thing. There's some restrictions. We couldn't all pick the same person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of a draft. So once you picked, the next person picked. And then we kind of went with some dark horses. We went with who.
Everybody
we thought
had
were
to have a
gonna win.
dark horse, and then you had your two main picks.
Yeah. So 2 of my people just didn't show up for the event. They dropped. So I was like, what the heck? And
Clearly
my
you
dark
just
horse.
don't know how to pick their
My
people,
dark horse is
man.
like, I want
That's
the
what I'm
Ultramarine
saying.
player that's playing rowboat. So I went with Patrick.
And he's not
He
even
and I
playing Robo.
he and I have been
first
having
of
exactly. He and I have been having a Marine kind of standoff in the ITC rankings for top Marine player, and I come to find out I pick him. He doesn't even have Robo to his list this weekend. I'm like, I've been bamboozled.
Whoa, drunk camera. Watch out there. It just went AWOL.
That PTC lost a little control there.
So anyway,
So yeah, who is your pick, Stephen?
Dunzo. It doesn't even matter.
Justin Kemple.
No, it does matter. Justin Kemple.
You saw him much.
He was doing really
I
well,
had-
but he got into a bracket where he lost the game that was really
Yeah,
close, and that
he
really
did.
cost him the total rankings. to
And
get
then
into the top bracket.
and then Juice,
Juice, that's a solid pick, but he's playing Juice to the Colt. They got a lot of disadvantages.
and then Mr. Andrew Whitaker.
Andrew Whitaker, unfortunately, he had to drop.
Yeah.
His son was sick, and they had to take him to the doctor. So, unfortunately, hope all is well there with the family.
That is it. That is our
I
plan.
could answer that.
Yeah. So we talked about that. Again, we had
I
a
was
plan.
very close to doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
we
was
just
very
couldn't get him
close.
in time.
We said we couldn't get him in because ChessX was just not even
Yeah.
being able to produce what we needed
Yeah.
in a timely
It
manner.
was like a 4-month back order, and we couldn't get him in. So
Which
we're
the
like,
crazy thing too is like we were gonna do that, and then we did those measuring tools.
Right.
Dude, those things are being used like hotcakes.
yeah, the
Because
measuring
it's
tools. If
useful.
you haven't
and they're
seen
and they're
them,
using them for like the 2-inch coherency, like checking like not even their stuff, but
Right.
their opponents. Their opponents moving stuff, and they're just like checking everything that they're doing.
that's great.
So, like,
Those
it
are made by
was-
3D6
Yeah,
Wargaming.
3D6
Well,
war games.
I
So
mean-
it was really good.
those things, those inches matter. You get to creep along the board because you took advantage of an extra inch here and there. It gets you further than you should have been.
Okay,
Yeah.
so hang on a
I
second.
don't know why
they're
it
trying
was.
to deter
They just
like
wouldn't do it.
this conversation elsewhere.
Detour.
Thomas's none of his picks are in top 8. Damien, none of his picks are in top 8. Kelly has Richard only.
Hey, it's Richard.
He picked Richard, and you have Nick, you have Sean.
I have Sean, Nick, and my third one is playing right now on table 1.
Oh, I had Nick Rose was one of my.
I feel like Brad just like stacked the table in favor.
No,
of
he
himself.
did. We're like, okay, let's pick. He's like, cool.
First of all, I picked
I get-
Richard, and then Kelly picked him. He wanted him as well, so I gave him Richard. Nobody was going to pick Nick Nanavani.
That's not true.
So he was
Well,
the very
no,
last
no, no,
person
no,
on
no,
the
no,
table.
no.
We pulled up the
That's-
list later. We were like, wait a minute, I forgot they're playing.
That's not
here.
true.
That's not
I
correct.
got forced.
Uh-huh.
My,
There we go.
My
here we
hand
go.
was forced.
I'll just take my people's champion and be happy with that.
I took Sean.
So yeah, almost 3 out of 3 picks for Brad. I mean, he's
He's on fire.
He's on fire.
He picked some
He picked him. He
notables,
picked him.
and they performed. So good for Brad.
Yeah, I don't know how much you guys have talked about Nick, but to talk about him really quick and like how much thought he put into this tournament.
Oh no, we've been
blows
talking
my
Nick
mind.
up.
We've
He has
been-
definitely put a lot of effort in.
We've been talking a ton about it, actually.
He's prepared.
We've had him on the-
He's
got
been
all
on the
matches.
same table all weekend, and he hasn't moved. It's hilarious, and he deploys in the same corner every single game. And I go over there, and I'm just like, have you even like moved or done anything? Every time I come over here, it's just blue guys behind this corner on the same table. He's
Well,
like,
he did play on the stream table.
well, besides that though, he's been on
Twice?
the table right next to it. It's been the stream table. It's been table 3 and table 4
Once or twice,
the
yeah.
entire time.
Yeah, twice because we've had him in here as
I
winners.
think he
Yeah.
did twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, his last game was kind of tricky, though. It got,
he,
it got a little dicey.
yeah.
He let the guy go first, I believe, and he got shot a lot more than he thought was going to happen. So
Yeah.
he was fighting from behind. But the guy made a couple mistakes. He had
Guys,
critical
Table 2, I need to jump in real quick.
suit blow up. Go ahead.
You can't see from if we can go back to a top down, I can show you what's taking place here.
Remember that you have to be
All right,
within an inch to
so this Smash Captain back here, at the end of the assault phase, John spent 3 CP to fight again because he charged everything. He pushed them over into those Centurions and attacked them. Nick wanted to play a stratagem, a Raven Guard stratagem, said if the unit is wholly within a ruin or a terrain feature, they get an extra +1. And so they'd have a better save. And the judge call was made. A piece of base was sticking off, so the call was it is not wholly within, so he didn't get the extra saves. Smash Captain picked up 2 of them, it looks like. And if you look on the other side, close to where John is, it's a little bit off camera, but I'll show you where it's at. Those Centurions I told you that dropped down, they are right over. Yeah, right over there.
Let's scroll that camera up just a little bit.
Scroll up just a touch. A little bit more.
2 wounds remaining.
Now we're possibly about
He's
to
got
pick
to
it up.
twist it just a little bit.
Just past his phone there. So these guys that are
There they
here,
are.
these right here. So he only attacked with 1, not enough to kill it, and wrapped that sentinel so he can hold on to them.
Yeah, that's classic trap. Pull your punch so you can just be safe from shooting, and then just use that combat to kill and then catapult out after.
So that Smash Captain ended his assault, still touching one of those Centurions and still touching the tank.
Oh my goodness, that's so clutch. You don't get to swing back because you're out of combat within 1 inch. You fight twice, and now because since you declared them, you get to pile in. Now, they didn't get to activate because they weren't within 1 inch. Now you pile in after everyone has fought.
And then you fight.
And you get to be protected from getting punched before you go. It's just, and then he double down. And he's like, I'm touching your tank still. Like, get out of here. You can't shoot.
I mean, that's we expect to see plays like
That's
this. That's
pro play right there all the way, using that movement to the critical thing, and it's really high level play. And I don't think that Nick was prepared for that, and John's just taking him to school. He's really in a tough position.
Scoring's not updated yet.
Yeah, John's. I mean,
They're
John
updating scoring right now.
John has got guys everywhere, and he's just ready to pounce. I'm not sure what.
I don't know even
Nick
what
is
he
gonna
can
do.
kind of do.
I mean, that's a tough call. A millimeter out. Again, we're kind of in a day 3. That's a critical, potentially error if the guy was just out of range. Sometimes when you're thinking about it, think they're in cover. Maybe it was an opportunity. He didn't think he was going to get charged with those guys, but he did. But he was trying to make a quick play to try to counteract that with a +1 save strat.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Wow. he just
Toe is
got
out of
9
line.
points right there.
Yeah, he just got 9 points.
It's just going to ratchet up.
He went. They were 4-4 to 13-4.
Yeah, and look at the board.
And now what's going to happen is he's just going to do that every turn now. Like,
Yeah, so I think we already see the writing on the wall. Damien's going to stay alive in the People's Champion race.
That's great. Great news.
And then I think Alex, I don't know that he can, it doesn't look like he's anywhere near close to putting a position where he's going to get
So
10 more points than John.
This game is really coming down to the wire. Alex, I think, is probably going to end up getting hold more this turn. But
and John's down to 3 CP at this stage.
But
and Nick is down to 1.
Let's jump to
Ruben
table
has
3.
made that big push with the Centurions. He's cleared out the whole left side of the table now. Alex is still, he's got some dudes in that impulsor he could jump out with. He still has a Dreadnought in the backfield launching down some heavy weapons, but Ruben's got this whole big mass of Imperial artillery.
The artillery's just sitting there, just pounding away.
And he can't do it. He can't really touch it right now, which is unfortunate. So.
It's nothing stopping this Imperial Fist firing. 3 whirlwinds, 3 thunderfires. Is that what's in there?
Yeah, and I believe there's a captain in here.
Just handing out the reroll ones.
Either that or a lieutenant, I'm not totally sure. But it's extra rerolls in there, and of course they're ignoring cover.
Yeah.
And I believe there's a scout sniper squad in here too, but they're white scars. So just in case he needed them.
Yeah. It doesn't look great for Alex. And you're looking at the secondaries. Ruben's almost got most of the secondaries wrapped up. Old school and the line breaker.
Which, I mean, line breaker, he's pretty much got if he just hides those Centurions in the backfield. And last blood, depends on what happens that last turn.
Yeah.
I think this is only turn 4.
Alex
right
not
now.
even getting one butcher's bill. Like, that's rough. Like, that's a hard call right there.
Yeah.
This round goes until 7:30.
Yeah. So they got.
Started exactly.
You said they have about an hour 20 left.
Yeah.
Let's while we got you here, Brad. Let's what if we could we talk about the future for Pro Tabletop a little bit?
Whatever you want, Damien. Whatever you want. Put me on the spot.
I love hearing I can do whatever I want. That's a lot of free agency. I don't know if you're ready for that. Whatever I want? No.
He's killing
Okay,
knights.
so now I knew I'd be restricted. So what if we talk about
Got a shot at Alex right there.
what if we talk about, let's start easy. I'll give you a simple one first. Tables, terrain,
Sure.
varied.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people are saying that like they would like variations and stuff like that, but I think a lot more. My initial thought is I think there's a lot more to it than just variations, because if people have the choice of just different table layouts for anything, if it's not done correctly, then it can break our whole mentality of like the fairness and the equality of the game. So I think that you have to figure out
What that piece of terrain.
what
or
it is
looks
and
like.
how it balances. So for example, if there's 3 terrain layouts, right? What are the options? The options are, is it this mission and this deployment is played on this terrain, right? And so then round 1 you're going to play this mission, this deployment, this terrain. Round 2 you're going to play this mission, this layout, this terrain. I think that that's fine. I think it stays in line with what our goals are.
Sure.
The other one,
Because then people can still practice. That's what we want, people to be able to practice, right?
Right. And then the other thing, which I don't know how fond I would be of it because it adds more variables into it, but it just depends. You go into the whole picking and banning thing as well, and you go, do you leave the banning deployments? Do you do the same thing with terrain?
Do you do it with terrain?
I think it really depends, and
That would be interesting.
And I
Band
think
of
the
Ruins in
core.
the middle.
I really think that the core of it comes from what the missions are going to land themselves. Like, is it ITC? Is it something else? Does ITC work the best for our layouts and our terrain and how we're doing stuff, or does it need to be something that is a little bit easier to digest as a viewer? So I think that that's kind of where the experimenting will come in next. Is like, where is ITC going to change going into next year, and is it going to just jack up everything for us? I don't know, and we don't have control over that, right? So that's something that I think is the next step, is figuring out, like, is this the best missions? Does it need to alter at all? Is there anything that needs to change? And then if so, I think the deployment stuff and the terrain all comes after that. I think
Change
what we're
accordingly.
doing for the deployments, I think everybody loves it. I think everybody loves picking and banning that
Yeah.
stuff. I think that's the greatest thing ever. But I think you get the exact same effect if you say, this is the deployment for this mission, and it always is like that, because it'll have the same effect. And then, okay, I'm going to this tournament, I'm going to play on these 3 terrain layouts, these 3 missions, these 3 deployments, or maybe, there's 2 deployments per table layout, whatever it is. And now you can practice those things, and like, you need to tailor your army to these 3 completely different things, right? Rather than like, hey, it's going to be this same thing all the time, like Nick, for example. I can deploy like this all the time against
That doesn't
90%
push it.
of people. But now if he can do that once out of 3 times, now he has to figure out how he has to alter his list and his strategy for these other 2 completely different layouts.
Well, and I'll tell you what I think is really cool about that is I love the idea of being able to have this variation, but it keeps it in line with, this is something that you practice, this is something that you can still.
We talked about eliminating those variables, right?
Yep.
The
Right.
randomness in the game. I mean, we like some randomness. We play with dice. We understand how that works. But from a tournament perspective, from a watching perspective, we want to make it so it's digestible, viewable by the masses.
You reminded me. I lost my train of thought, so I just was spewing there. But so what I really wanted to actually say was, I like the fact that we'll be able to, if we changed missions, let's say that we did hypothetically, you've talked about this, and this is where the idea comes from. Let's we want the people here to be able to be like, okay, this is King of the Hill. Okay, this is Capture the Flag.
I actually have them written up already.
So, so there you go.
I can show you.
You don't need to see it right there.
No, I know. So I mean, it's something that I've been toying with, where like how does it fit in more from a viewability standpoint for the audience? It's like, yes, our audience is 40K people right now, but to expand, we need to expand into the general public and the esports realm, because the people that watch on Twitch and stuff like that and where we're broadcasting is the esports audience. So
Right.
if somebody goes on Twitch and they see us and they click on us, how easily is it for them to say,
Hey, what's going on?
hey, what's going on? I understand this.
Right.
And if they have to learn all that scoring and they don't get it, versus they see
They're not gonna watch.
Capture the Flag, for example.
Right.
Oh, well, I've played that.
Right.
Like 90% of people that are on Twitch have probably played Capture the Flag in some video game that they've played.
Right.
So then they go, oh, I get it. And then they just need to figure out where the flag is. And then it's like, clearly, obviously there's a lot more that goes into it than that. But just for the simple sake of saying, here's what this is called, and people know immediately what the goal is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to interject real quick. So there was actually a guy here earlier that asked me, hey, how does this all work? I'm not really familiar with, this game at all. And he was like, is it just capture the other person's base? How does that work? And I started to explain it to him, and it's when you don't know 40K, it's hard to explain 40K.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem.
I mean, that's why, look at the scoreboard and how much info we have to have, so that the people who even know 40K
Can keep track of what's
can
going
keep
on.
track of what's going on from watching it. And
That's
and it's like, okay, we're developing all of this information for people that understand what's going on, and they can look at it and say, okay, I can see exactly what this game state is in 5 seconds.
Yeah. You don't know what it takes
nobody
for us
else
to say,
figure that
get a
out.
shot of that Invictus war suit over there for these production guys.
These
to
poor
get a camera
production
shot
guys
on
are
there.
like, Invictus what? Like, what is
who?
that?
You want the
That-
camera
what is
where?
Yeah.
You want to?
And that's why, I'll
is
go
that a
jump
bad
on the
word?
camera every now and then, because I know the game so much.
do.
Yeah.
And then I'll literally just hear what the players are saying, and I'll be like, this is literally what they're talking about right here. Go to me. This is
Right.
not what they're talking about. Go to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, I'm familiar with it, and it helps. But, when you don't know what it is, it's complete gibberish. Somebody speaking a different language.
Yeah, and they're,
Sure,
and they're like,
sure.
hey, can you give me a little cheat sheet to help me? And I'm like, wow, there's so
I'm
so
like,
many
dude,
things.
no, I can't. Yeah, it would be a book.
Yeah.
A couple books.
Yeah.
Guys, over on table 1, we're going into the top of 5. The score right now is 20-17, Justin's favor. They are both trying to just claw for every point, trying to figure out what they can get off the other. Justin has 1 CP left. Davis is
20-17.
out.
Let's watch this game, because this one is the one that really matters. These guys are going head to head. Whoever wins this game goes into the money bracket tomorrow.
2017.
And it is close. So what turn is it, Will?
It is 2017. We're going into the top of 5.
Oh, it's getting down to the wire.
2 turns
I was
left.
thinking the year 2017. I was really confused for a second.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I was like 2017.
Come back to
Is
2019.
this some type of joke I'm not understanding?
Getting close. It's December. It's almost 2020.
Wow. And then I guess one more question then. How many tournaments would we potentially like to do?
457.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He wants to
Like 1.5 per
I think
day.
the production guys are going to try to write
per day?
Right
2 per day.
These 20-hour days are
In
like,
the
you
morning?
could go jump off a bridge.
Dylan's like, "Oh, you got a different production team, then.
I think ideally what fits in the schedule for everything else that's kind of out there right now is like 6.
Whoa.
6 events, man.
I've looked at every other like GT that's going on out there, and major, whatever order they go in, all the big events that are local and national and worldwide, like even like ETC and stuff like that. So because that these top players travel and go to all those events, you don't want to
get on that schedule. You
Yeah.
want to stay off that schedule for 'em.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting how it works actually. There is literally in between every single one of those, there's a month gap.
Wow.
Every single main event like that is spaced out a month away from each other.
So that gives you 6 months
Like
to
it's like Nova, Adepticon, ATC, ETC, Warzone. It's like they're 1 month or 2 months apart from each other. So fitting in between like each one is pretty easy. And I think that The second part of that is kind of just the scale of things,
Right.
and the number of players. We're not looking to go big or go home type of mentality style.
Yeah.
Ideally right now, right? And who knows? Something can change tomorrow. Something can change in a week, in a month, and it could change the scope of everything. Who has any idea? But like right now, the initial plan would be smaller stuff where it's 64 to 100 players,
Right.
and it's a little bit more controlled. It's selling out fast. There's more demand. There's more of a wait list and stuff like that.
And
with not as big of a
what does the prize pool look like on those?
yeah, I think we would have to come up with a system where it's a percentage of attendees and ticket sales.
Sure.
Because I think that this one, right, we were able to bite the bullet on it and bite off a big chunk, but there's a lot of things that come up, and if you keep trying to do that, it's not sustainable, and
Right.
there's going to be one thing that goes wrong, and then you're going to have a failed event. So I think it's working within the means of here's the money that's coming in.
Become available, because now we don't have to buy terrain, right?
Right.
We don't have to buy mats.
Right.
So we can do those, and then it's like, cool, this is what we made, this is your prize out of it. Or this is what the tickets came in, this is your prize out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's the easy and simple solution to make it sustainable and to create a circuit with points and seating and all this other cool stuff that we want to come up with. And then having a bigger event potentially that is like a world championship type of thing.
And that'd be like your once
So,
a year?
Yeah. So, and I think that's kind of the style to work towards now. As things get bigger and stuff like that, it could change, and who knows? It could be, hey, every 3 months we're gonna have a 1,000-person event. I have no idea.
Right.
But like that's what I want to get it to.
Sure.
Is that gonna happen overnight? No.
Right.
So we got to make it sustainable, and we got to build up to that. And that takes the support of all the viewers, all the players, everybody, watching everything we do. I mean, we're talking about these missions and these table layouts. Like, watch us on our weekly streams.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, stay up to date. Give us your feedback. Like, we want to go through that with the public and be like, all right, let's try this table layout.
Did you like it?
Did you like it? Like, everyone, give us your feedback.
Yeah,
okay,
you guys will have the
try
mats.
all
You could buy the terrain, so you can test it at home. And
Exactly.
Give us a shout
and
out.
so,
Say what you thought worked.
And obviously, there's not a rush on that because we can leave this layout, this mat, until we feel it's time to make any type of change.
Right.
So it's like we can sit there and do R&D, every single week and get all the feedback from the layouts and from missions and from everything
Right.
like that. And who knows? We could try 100 things and they could all be terrible, and we could be like, all right, we're not going to change anything.
Right.
We could try something, and everybody could go, wow, that's the best thing that's ever happened. Implement it tomorrow. Right?
And then we could.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, like what he's talking about. On Monday nights, we have our casual play, and we call it "How Not to Win $5,000."
Let's play. Yeah, we're thinking of let's play.
It's
That's a
It's
lot.
how not to win $5,000.
It's definitely been dubbed lately how not to win, because you're like,
It's how-
somebody makes a big mistake and you're
yeah,
like, well,
exactly.
that's not how you
and
win $5,000.
but that's part of it, though. And we actually invite all the pro players from around here. We have them come play. Thomas and I, we do the exact same thing we're doing right now. We sit here and commentate. It's literally like a one-night mini show.
Yeah.
And
We'll sit down there and play. We're having casual games. There's take-backs.
Thomas
there's
and I
all
do
sorts of
play.
things.
Yeah.
The commentators
Brad
be helping out
plays.
the players.
That's
and
why
we're
Brad.
playing.
So you and I are technically one-on-one as far as
On that, sure, but I roasted and toasted
my
you.
gosh.
Just
just because you got your dumb planes and got my destroyers that one time. I mean, get out of here.
fine.
It doesn't even
Just
count.
wait. You just wait till my new list. I'm gonna take
I'm
down
ex-
your
I'm
salamander.
What are you doing, man?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to
That's
win
all I
LVO,
said.
baby.
Well, don't say that. Nobody even knew you were going.
All the nights going here. So
Oh, my
just a quick
gosh,
stop
dude.
to
He's-
get back to the action.
He's throwing it to the wolves. He's lying. I'm
Yeah.
actually playing
He's
Sisters
running
of Battle
a 10 assassin list.
with the Salamanders HQ.
Wait, how many assassins are there? There's 4,
See,
right?
There's
those-
4.
So you
those
can run a
just
12
out of those-
assassin list. He's running a 12 assassin list, 3 of each.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm full stop.
All right, real quick. Just
Yeah,
a
I
quick
suppose we can
update
jump
on,
there.
Table 3. Thanks, Damien. So it ended up, I believe it was 30 to 15 in favor of. I cannot talk right now.
Ruben.
Ruben, thank you. Yeah. So unfortunately, Alex was not able to pull that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw the writing on the wall on that one.
33 to 16, is that correct?
33-16.
I-
That's it.
Yeah.
If Alex would be cool though, I think we should interview him as well because he had a hard fought thing. I don't know if that's.
I mean, he had some good plays in the beginning,
He had
but
some
I
good
think
plays.
that big fortress of artillery just really did him in.
He beat John Lennon.
Yeah.
He did beat John Lennon.
That's
Beat
not
him head to
nothing.
head. That's not nothing. That's
not
right.
nothing.
So now it's all on John to pull the win in for his game for him to advance to top 8.
So, but though theoretically he would have to lose this game by more than Alex lost for him not to advance.
Which
Correct.
Yeah.
So like he would have to score under 6 points, which he's already above that, so it's physically not possible.
Yeah,
he's done it.
he's already done it. And you can see Alex there, a little shaken up. There he is. Oh, we got a smile out of the guy. Realizing that his hopes at the big show have dropped just now. Condolences to Alex. He had a good run there.
So production on that side of the bracket, John will be the person in that spot.
All right, so we're going to update the bracket to show that John is pressing forward.
Yeah, Trish. Brad was saying that we would like to be able to do 6 tournaments a year. That would be very cool. All right. Well, we're gonna
sign off. You guys can go do some interviews and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna
Thank
bring
you
him-
so much,
I'm
Brad.
gonna go root on my third pick.
Suckers.
Good luck with that
Watching
second.
and stuff.
He's all his picks in. We are all out.
He
I
did-
think Kelly's the only one who's got any.
Kelly's got one in there. Yeah.
So we're going to try to pull in
8 people to
Ruben
win.
to kind of get his thoughts. I think John's game is still
No.
going.
Todd, that is not true, sir. It is only 8 people will be able to win the grand prizes for tomorrow. That's what all this.
So only the top bracket, the 1 through 8 players will get
that's
into
good,
the $10,000 pool. The rest will be open for normal kind of prizing based on the top winners of their brackets. So they'll definitely be prizing. They'll definitely be prizing for the other folks, but for the cash, for the $10,000, that's on the line only for the top 8. So that making that top 8 bracket, that's what we're talking about.
That's exactly right.
So we're still getting Ruben set up here, but we'll bring him in and let him talk about his win and just his overall thoughts of the game and how he did in the tournament.
All right, so let's we got Ruben here. We're gonna bring him up on camera. Ruben,
Welcome.
congratulations, my
Welcome
friend.
to the
Thank you
booth.
so much.
You made it.
Dude.
Congratulations, rocking the Brohammer shirt. So,
Yeah, he pulled out that win there, and that was a big deal.
Yep.
so I don't know if you realized the stakes going into that. You were definitely playing spoiler
Of course.
against Alex. So he had just beat John Lennon, and so really it came down to if John won and he won, he was down by 10. So he not only had to win, he had to win by more than 10 points. So he had to really raffle stomp you. And I saw the list, I was like, oh,
That's not easy.
Ruben ain't gonna roll over like that. And then we start from the beginning. You were putting a hurt on him. So we
So
walk us through that a little bit.
did John have a secret conversation with you first, and he came up and he's like, sweep the leg.
Largely, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
he's like, you sweep that leg. No
Yeah, so
mercy.
tell us how that game went. What was the atmosphere? What'd you think? Was Alex on edge about the pressure, or was he really just playing his own game?
I think he was playing his own game. He was. I think he knew the stakes going in. Like
He did. No, Brad told him.
We make sure he knew.
No, he 100% knew what was about to happen.
So there were a couple of big moments. So getting first turn was huge in this game because so the minor artillery that I have in this list is just very punishing in the mirror. Simply because I can just pick up all the Thunderfire cannons and then my artillery goes uncontested for 6 turns.
Yeah.
And that's just
It was
huge.
punishing him. Yeah.
Yeah. So after getting first turn, I knew it was going to be kind of not easy because it's never easy. You never know what happens or what can happen.
It's a dice game still.
It's a dice game, yeah. But it was going to be in my favor.
Yeah.
So
I thought his play on his turn 1 was. I didn't mind him doing the disco lore. I mean, I didn't mind him doing the Stygiing up and coming at you with the
Are we talking about the right
dragoons.
game? No.
Nope. This is the wrong game. That's that game right there. Sorry,
Alex
man.
has the iron
Dude,
hands
This has been a long
with the impulsor.
freaking day. My apologies. Let me dial it back.
So why don't you walk us through his first game?
You walk us through.
So his first turn, so he deployed.
He had the warsuits.
Dude,
yeah, he
I'm so
deployed
sorry.
1 warsuit aggressively.
Oh, that's
which
okay.
Yeah, I thought that was the right move for sure.
Yep.
It was sort of a bait. It was kind of a risk. I knew I could handle him if he seized.
Yeah.
It's a 70% chance. It could happen.
Yeah.
I would have lost maybe 1 Thunderfire cannon, and then just either trap with my Centurions or just have a wrap target. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a bait. He kind of took it. It dies super easy. You know, that's what that last cannon dread does. It
Yeah.
just goes, you disappear.
Yep, no save,
and
you just
that's
go
it.
away.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I thought it was interesting him doing so much work with those intercessors. That one Thunderhammer was just like popping guys.
it was actually an extremely well thought out tool for his army. I
Yeah.
really liked it. I really liked that. That Mastercrafted Thunderhammer just did so much work.
I mean, he was like 4 damage, bopping every one of those Centurions. I was like, whoa,
Bop, bop.
what's killing all those guys? It's like a Thunderhammer Sergeant. I'm like, oh. I've been playing with a lot
It's
of those
funny
builds.
because he's been thinking about this like a little bit. I'm not trying to give anything away, but that's been on his mind.
I was like, he's doing my thing. I was excited about it. So
Well, now it's his thing. And so if you do it,
he's
you,
like,
you,
oh,
you
I
stole
like it
Ruben's
too.
thing.
I stole Ruben's thing. I stole Alex's thing. It's his thing.
There you go.
So so he was doing some work, but I didn't know if he had enough gas in the tank to keep that momentum going. And your artillery was just raining down on him.
It's
I
just-
mean, every time we come back to we were bopping back and forth.
Just
like,
more stuff.
oh,
put
he
out.
just doesn't have anything left. What happened to that?
Just more stuff gone.
Oh my gosh! So so congratulations to score 33-16. Like you put the hurt on him. So definitely established the dominance. Took the chance away from him. We had a quick shot of Alex. He was a little down for a second,
He's
so
a
we had the
little bit
candid
sad.
camera moment. But he's in good spirits. So he did well. He beat John Lennon. So the guy that is going to the top, he knows at least, hey, head to head, I beat that guy. So I mean, there's a
That's
little
right.
bit of pride there, and there's still some chances for tomorrow.
How have you felt about, because you've obviously played quite a few tournaments
Yep.
in your 40K career, and this is the very first Atlanta Open that we've
Yep.
ever done, and it's a little bit different of an environment, different kind of setting, all this TVs everywhere and stuff. How have you felt about the environment, the interaction with the players?
Yeah,
the
don't hold
stream
back. We
tables,
want to
and
hear the
and
candid
tell
feedback.
us, these people want to know what it actually was like for you.
So for me, it's been an extremely positive experience
Wow.
all around.
Awesome.
Wow, that's great to hear.
So
We're not even paying him to say
no,
this.
you really guys, you guys aren't. Trust me, I'm not getting a dime here. Okay, I
He was
paid
like,
money to be here.
I paid you.
Yeah, man, that's good. We need to record that? Keep that one. That was good.
So yeah, the logistics were impeccable. Everything started on time, ended on time. Lunch breaks were on time. I mean, honestly, logistics perfect. I love the standard terrain. I cannot state how much I love that. Because it adds an additional strategic layer to the game. If you go into a tournament, kind of just going random. Okay, whatever terrain you get is what you're gonna get. You can lose based off of just getting the wrong board.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so I really enjoy having the standard terrain. I like the one thing is, I mean, so the deployment zone vetting and selection process.
It's different.
It's very different, but I do enjoy it. I think it's
Good.
interesting as well.
Kind of adds that extra chess level of, I like it so that you can kind of mitigate what would really hurt you if you were a higher seed.
If you had a different, if you had a certain deployment type that you necessarily would be a hindrance to you can minimize that. You could do a little bit of gamesmanship if you don't really care to maybe bait your opponent into picking a bad deployment where they really might not realize exactly what you can do.
For sure.
So there's a lot of cool things you can do with
Yeah.
it.
Well, so for instance, my list was built specifically for
Still
this
working on
tournament simply because I have all of this artillery that I know I 100% because of the way the deployment vetoing
Always
system
going to get
works.
high.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna get that nice ruin where everything is gonna fit.
Yeah.
So
That's a big deal, right?
it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal.
Like,
Huge deal.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
one wants to get a shot with Imperial. Any game's worse
Of
once you get
course.
to
Yeah.
You don't even have the full boat strategy.
Oh,
you
now,
can do.
now it's going to be good for you.
Are you
huh?
so? Do you think just skipping ahead for a second? Do you think with Imperial Fists going to LVO or some of the other events, once those things are active, you're going to switch to all Imperial Fists, or you like the mixed detachments that you
It's
have?
very hard to move away from the White Scar toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snare Captain didn't do much this game because my shooting was so punishing. But and he picked Headhunter, so I didn't want to just YOLO him in and give points away for nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do like Imperial Fist. I don't know if they're going to be a spoiler army or just a good meta choice. We have to try out. I've been preparing for this tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I've been playing. So I'm not playing. So I'm like, I've been suffering at the hands of some Imperial Fists. I'm like, these guys are killing me. Get the Rivers out of here.
they do hit very hard.
They do.
Very
I'm
hard.
a Ultramarine guy, hard and true. So I'm just like suffering through it. I'm like, there's some choices here. I got to change this up because I cannot suffer those Thunderfires in the back just raining death on me. So
So, any last thoughts though?
On the event, yeah. So I mean, you said you're enjoying it.
Yeah,
So
you were enjoying it, and as far as like the environment and stuff, like you said you liked it. You liked the terrain. I guess the mat goes hand in hand with that because the mat's pretty cool.
I mean, do you like the mat? I mean, yeah.
I love it. Yeah, having the deployment zones already marked up in there, it's fantastic.
So much time saved,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
You don't even
100%.
realize
And
it.
accuracy.
Exactly. So I mean, you cannot just go and so if you see something suspect in an opponent's deployment or whatever, and you want to remeasure or kind of keep him honest, it's very easy on this.
Yeah.
You know, are you over the line or not? You
Yeah.
know, it's very easy.
Yeah,
So
that's great. Yeah, I found that, and just to be able to move some of the terrain, just a lot of the
oh yeah.
it's playable.
Have you
know?
moved the terrain
All the
around?
time.
Yeah.
Sometimes
All the
like
time.
terrain is great to look at. Sometimes it's problematic, but just from a playability perspective, like wobbling models, precise measurements, like moving over things, like extra inches, whether it's meant to be or inadvertent, you don't want that to happen. And you can just say, hey, I'll move that out of the way, get a good measurement. I'm going through the wall.
Yeah.
Put it back.
Great.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Honestly, I'm all in on it. I really hope that it really takes off. And
Will you play more tournaments?
I'll come to whichever one you guys put on. I'll be here. I'm
Look
from
at that.
Miami, so it's
It's a pretty good
an
shot.
hour and a half flight away, so I'll be here.
All right.
Oh, we love to hear. Well, you can't ask for anything more.
I
Did you have a
get-
good time? And are you coming back? Those are my two main questions as a Warzone guy. He answered them both. So, Ruben,
right.
this is our first time meeting you.
Hey,
a pleasure.
I hope to be able to
and,
play you at some
and a
point.
gentleman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Congratulations on the win. Thank you so
Congratulations.
much for coming in.
Of course.
And we'll be watching it tomorrow. Are you sticking around? We're going to see. You're going to be in the
I'll be
brackets
here.
tomorrow.
Good,
I'll
good.
be here, yeah. I'll probably, that's
Gotta
the second
root on-
bracket probably, I
Yeah.
think, hopefully.
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, so single elimination. So once you're.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
That's right. That's right. Every time you go, you're gonna. But there'll all be lots of prizes for the other brackets. So
Oh, nice.
we'll be watching. So congratulations again. We'll see you out there.
All right.
And we'll be watching. So enjoy the evening and time off. And we finished the second day.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
All right, we got to cut to table one now and see what's going on here.
Hey guys, jumping in on table one. What we've got going into the top of six, so they know it's the
Thank you,
last
guys.
round. It's been
Thank you.
cagey. It's been not attitude, but they've been just both super focused on what they need to do. Going into the top of six, Justin has a lead going in at 24-20 over Davis, but he knows Davis can come up on points. So right now they have plenty of time. Justin is sitting here agonizing on his face, trying to figure out what he needs to do to try to win, because if they tie, Justin has higher battle points, so he goes on from the bracket.
Oh.
So this literally is for all the marbles. Who has a chance at the money tomorrow?
Wow. Pressure moment.
my
And look at that
gosh.
face.
Look at that and he's got the time to sit there and do that
He's
too.
got the intense.
Yes, it's the top of the it's top of six, so it's only one turn. They know it ends here,
And how much-
we've got like 45 minutes left in the round.
And they're playing on round time.
Yes, they're playing on round time. It's been gentlemen. They didn't even want to use a clock. They just said, no, we don't need it. We're going to play.
All right, cool. Well, Justin had very few models, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's still got his dreadnought here. At least one of them. Looks like he's got a Thunderfire cannon in the back and a few units hanging out here on this objective.
Wow.
Yeah, from the overhead you can't see it, but if we go to the picture-in-picture, you'll be able to see that he's got models in this ruin here.
Ah, okay.
So
okay,
we're getting
okay.
that shot right now.
Okay.
Coming in
Can we,
hot.
can we turn the light on the camera?
So he has 2 Thunderfires, and then he's got what's left of some Rangers.
Of a Ranger squad, yeah.
And then he's got his guys that are tied up with the Nurglings that you can see from the overview here. He has his Dreadnought on the backside, and then he has the character right in between the ruins.
Yep. So let's go back to the top down. You see the character right here.
Creepy tonight. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow.
So Justin, I mean, so if Davis can, he's got to pick up 5. He's got to win straight up. Yes.
Yeah, he does.
He can't.
Yes, Davis has to win. If it comes down to a tie, Justin has more battle points going into this round. Justin moves on.
Yeah. So is there even a way to get 5 points on this? So what's he left on the secondaries? He got left.
That's what we need to know, our secondaries, because we can't see them.
Our
Oh,
secondaries,
actually, we do have
Justin
them.
has one possible, but he knows he can't get it because all he has left is Headhunters. Davis has the possibility of maxing out, which would give him 5.
Oh, my God.
So
wow.
he knows that it's a matter of possibly holding, possibly giving up. and possibly killing more is what's going to happen to Justin. That's why he's trying to do everything he can to deny Davis everything.
This is coming down to the wire. So what are the secondaries? So there's an issue with their phones not tracking it. So we do have their secondaries.
You
here.
want to tell them Justin's?
Yeah, so Justin's running Titan Slayer, Headhunter, and Kingslayer. That's where he's saying he's kind of short on Headhunter.
Yep.
Davis is running Headhunter, Old School, and Gangbusters. So
and how many points is it on? How many points do they have on? Other than Headhunter, what does Davis's points look like? Did he get all his Headhunters yet?
Can we see where we?
He has 3 Headhunters, 2 Old School, and 4 Gangbusters.
3 Headhunter. Yeah.
So he can pick up another Headhunter, and he can pick up an Old School.
2 Old School.
Yep.
And he does have all 4 Gangbusters already?
Yes, he's already maxed out Gangbusters.
And Justin has all 4 Titan Slayer?
He has all 4 Titan Slayer, all 4 Kingslayer. All he has is Headhunter, which he does not think he can get.
He doesn't have any points there?
He's gotten 3. He can't pick up another one.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
Wow.
So,
Old School and Linebreaker.
Old School and a Headhunter, right? So he's got 3 points he can maximize right there for Davis, right? Old School, he's got 2 points in Old School and 1 in Headhunter. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So if he picks up Kill More,
and so
Hold More, and then he picks up those 2 right there.
So where are the characters that he could pick up?
So there's a character right here in the center. Easy pickings.
Easy pickings for those guys.
And it's a character Chappie Dreadnought.
Over here. So you can get 2 Headhunters. Yeah, there's a Dreadnought back there.
So, interesting.
There's the Dreadnought, Chaplain Dreadnought.
He knows he's got to try to kill, otherwise he would give up kill and kill more. So what he did was he moved his Dreadnought over close enough to where he was in the range.
This is tight, folks.
Yo, it's so tight.
Oh, my goodness.
So he moved the Dreadnought over what now so he could see what? What's the health on both these knights, by the way?
Heal D3. 3 up to 4.
Oh, he healed him over the Tech Marine so he can get healed up by the Thunderfire Gunner.
We have 18 left on the Red Knight.
Yeah.
We have 8 left on the Pink Knight.
Yeah.
And the Blue Knight has 11 left.
11. There's a Knight at a screen here.
So, and no CPs on either?
Davis is out. Justin has 1.
Justin holding with 1 CP.
So that means he can blow up a knight on a 4-up.
No, Davis is out.
Oh.
Justin has 1.
Oh, Justin has 1. Okay, my bad. I misheard you. Sorry about that.
I have to get 10 wounds through there. 4, 8,
Fascinating.
12.
So who's he going to go with that?
You have 2 wounds on
The Dreadnought?
Yeah.
Probably
got to
into
get a kill.
Into the 8 wound? Into the 8 wound one? That'd be best.
Or does he go
Are
with-
those his Nurglings right there?
This is his Nurglings.
These
yeah.
are Davis's
Those are
Nurglings.
Davis's Nurglings? Yeah.
Yes. And
And-
Davis has
and is that-
Nurglings in this crater also.
What is that character there for Davis? Oh, that's okay.
It's
So
just
that's
a Ranger squad and
that's a Tech Marine thing.
a Tech Priest.
I mean, a Tech Priest.
He's got 2 Tech Priests already.
Yeah, 2 Tech Priests there.
He's got characters laying all over the place.
Once per battle.
That's a character.
So how does he stop him? I guess the Rangers
There's
there.
these Rangers here. He can get kill more, but he won't.
And
get
if he
it.
makes all those charges, then he can really bury. If he makes those charges with that Ranger into the Nurglings, he can really bury those characters back behind there.
Yeah.
Holy moly! So he's got, and he's not in combat then right now. He's not within an inch of those guys?
Oh, I'm sorry. I declared it. Stormbolts are here. It's on 3s. No, 2s.
So he's shooting a Chaplain Storm.
The character is locked in combat. No, he's
No,
not.
he's not. He's
No,
shooting at the
Yeah, he's
Nurglings right now.
Yeah. He's Stormbolting those Nurglings.
Oh, big roll!
1.
Holy big roll!
Saves them all.
He says no.
Nurglings say, I don't care about no bolters. This is the Rangers firing. Did he shoot his last cannon off the Chaplain?
Yes.
Did he already shoot it?
Did he shoot his Chaplain already?
These Nurglings? Yes.
He must not. I mean, he shot a Stormbolt or something. Trying to figure out what it was.
Hey,
Yes.
big blue knight.
He's looking angry.
He did. So
And-
apparently he did not do much.
It just
with
whiffed.
Chappie.
Yes, the gunner did. The thing didn't. That's so good to hit on 2s. Yeah. Wound on 2s.
I wonder if one of those guys is a Daedalus or something.
7, 10.
Because he says he's hitting on 2s.
I mean, these guys are within 6 here.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Look at all those fails, dude.
Those Nurglings feel no pain. Dragons!
Yeah, Thunderfire shooting guys.
Oh, this is Thunderfire. Warming them up. Uh-oh. That's it.
That got him a kill.
Oh,
That got him a kill.
They got him his freaking
Under
kill.
fire. He needed that.
I almost felt like, though, he needed to keep those alive and charge them and try to kill them. So that we can get those characters back
I mean, so
further.
he does have this screen here, so I
Yeah,
mean,
but it's tiny.
this knight, you know, is going to have to shoot, and he won't have anyone who over here can see.
He's got that other knight that can shoot, though, in the back corner on the left.
Is he in range?
That blue knight.
The blue knight can kind of walk up over here, but I don't know how if he has enough.
No. The
eyesight.
blue knight's back in their spawn,
But
right?
it only shoots 36.
Oh, I know, of course. Yeah, but he can reach midfield on those little guys,
I mean,
I think.
I don't know.
Oh, blue knight's up on top.
He's on the hill. He's
Oh, no, blue knight's up on top.
He's too far back.
Oh, it's only the red knight that can shoot, so the priests are going to be alive. He has to charge. And that other guy's degraded. He's only got eight health left, so
Yeah.
he's moving 10.
So this guy ran through the wall, so that really stopped him from being able to see.
And he's like, no, we gotta measure this properly.
This knight can come in here, shoot those guys, and then try to make this charge here to get a
And
character
I
kill.
don't think he can get closer to the dreadnought.
No, I don't believe so. So if he was to move here,
What?
he could probably shoot that dreadnought. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about blue
I don't
balls.
think is blue in range.
Yes, he is. That's what they just measured.
Yeah, but okay, is that it? I guess if he just shoots off those.
He doesn't need to worry about these guys on the objective, does he?
No. I'm talking about the guys in the middle, though.
These guys?
Yeah. Aren't those closer to blue than the chaplain?
Here is what's this distance
That's what we need to know.
versus this here to the chaplain?
It looks like it's longer by your lines,
Yeah,
honestly.
it does. Can we get a measurement on those rangers right in that L ruin?
I guess he's not. I guess he's not worried about it because he's like, I'll just shoot him with
Oh,
red.
he'll just shoot him with this guy first.
I'll just shoot him
Sure.
with red.
He just needs to move up, pop those guys. Then they're not an issue.
Unless he rolls six.
Maiden one,
Unless he
32-24.
makes a mistake.
Unless he makes a mistake. Naden won.
6-0.
Yeah, he's 6-0.
Going to the well, we already knew he was going, but
He was already. Yeah, it was already done.
locked up is undefeated going into the round. So
Nanavati-
congratulations.
Can we
to
check
him.
on Nanavati's game just see how he's doing? See if he is also going undefeated.
He's finished, so I can find out.
Yes, sir. You're the man, Bob. I don't care what Thomas says about you.
That's between us.
Nick won.
Nick won.
Nick's going undefeated as well. Congratulations.
Nick won
to him.
25-24.
Wow.
The
Whoa.
1 point
Wow.
win. Making it close.
Close. And Siegler?
You have to move and then rotate.
So we got the scores on the side. See if we can pick that up.
I'd like to know about
Stigler's game is ongoing. I'll go check.
He's
and-
playing juice right now.
and
by
then-
the way,
and
Lennon's game is locked up. It's not over, but he's up 21-10.
And then the last game I'm curious about is if oh boy,
Here he comes.
what's that guy's name? The Menace. Can't think of his name now.
The Menace. What you
The,
talking
Me-
about?
the Menace. I can't think of his name is. He was 5-0 as well.
The Menace. Oh, you're talking about Pamperine?
Pamperine.
Yeah.
I didn't mean
Pamperine the Menace.
Menace.
I don't know why he calls him the Menace.
So is he?
He's
We,
a-
we need to find out if Pamperine went undefeated as well. He went. He did. He beat his opponent.
So we got
Wow.
Nick here in the booth with us. Just
Nick's here in the booth. We'll, there you
share
go,
him
Nick,
an
you can
update.
talk.
So
Hey
Nick-
guys. Nick, this is one of the most intense things I've ever seen in a 40K
So
game.
This tournament?
right now, so
That-
Nick, before you get started, what's
This
going
game.
on this table? So all the other
Who-
brackets
who am I
are locked
watching
up.
right now? Who am I
We're
watching?
watching Justin Lillis versus Davis Fry.
Oh, I played Davis Fry round 1.
These two are in it to win it. So whoever wins this straight up goes
top 8.
to the top 8. So it's head to head for the top 8. Right now it's bottom of 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, if they tied this game, Justin wins because he's up by 5 points.
And so
Would he beat the guy next in line?
yes.
Yes.
So he would win.
okay.
So Justin's up by 4. There is a shot for him to pick up 5 points on Davis's side to take the win by 1
Because
point.
right now this is the secondaries.
What am I looking at
So
here?
this is Davis and this is Justin. Justin's up by 5. So right now, I think we just finished. I think we just finished Justin's turn,
Yeah,
and now we're going to Davis. And if he picks up his 2 old school and his
he's gonna
headhunter,
hold kill. You gotta assume that.
Yep.
And then he's got to pick up his 2 old school.
Is that something he can do? Where's the board at?
Yeah, so this is something he can do, because if he kills something, then he'll get his old schools at his last turn.
Let's
so
get
he
the
gets
top
last
down.
blood, and then he's got to move into his deployment zone, and then he's got to get that headhunter.
Let's get the top
Or
down.
he get hold more and kill more. Is that an option? Because also these are points on his table.
Yeah.
Those are points.
So
on
he's
his
killed. There's 3 Rangers, so he's just got kill 1.
So he did just get kill something.
This is a character here.
And he's holding
this
something.
This is a character here. And there's a
What are those
character
characters?
dread
Those
over
like
here.
invul characters? Those like what are those?
These are tech priests.
Tech priest. So he just blew away the Rangers right there.
So this guy had to shoot
Did he
everything
use
at
the
some
knight?
Rangers.
Did he use the knight?
He's the red knight, I believe.
He couldn't see with anyone else.
Gotcha.
He's got. You can kind of see he's got a knight here, and he's got a knight here.
Oh, 6 shots. Is that the thermal cannon?
Oh, is he shooting here?
Yeah, he's shooting. He's pink into the Rangers.
Is he trying to go for the
Another
bonus?
quick update, guys. Austin won his game 27 to, I believe, 23, so he's another undefeated.
Austin going undefeated.
So who's
Congrats on
undefeated
him.
right now?
You, Austin, Sean,
Pamprine.
Pamprine, and
And
Siegler?
Sigler looks
And
to be in
Siegler.
control of his game, but I don't
Sigler's
have
about
a
to go
points
undefeated,
update yet.
That's it? Only 5 out of 8
I think so.
All right.
So the red guy did fire into those. That's what we decided. I mean, that is what happened, right?
Yeah, so scroll down just a little bit. Can we see in this corner to see if that dreadnought got shot at?
You can see right there from the live
The
camera.
chaplain dreadnought still alive. So I don't know if that he needs it. He's trying to get that. He's trying to get this knight in range to shoot at this chaplain dreadnought.
Dude, they've moved so much now. We don't really know where that knight could actually be.
Well, he's been sitting up there, yeah. I mean,
I know, but they've gone back and forth on the top of that freaking hill. Should have. Oh, they're trying to get line of sight calls.
Is he trying to see down here?
Is he trying to see
This
red?
is some bottom of 6 stuff right now.
Right. I mean,
This
it's
is some-
Well, it matters. The top 8.
It's
for
for
sure.
the bracket.
This is- the judges are about to decide who wins this game. When it players. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
Don't you be starting some controversy.
Because if Nick was in this position,
I wouldn't be in this position. I'd already won by now.
Oh, look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
Keep it humble.
The
Nick.
brown magic.
Keep it humble.
Yeah, keep it humble.
We're humble. We're humble. We're humble. That's like a song, right?
I don't know.
So
it
an
might
update
be.
on Sigler's table, it's 14 to 14 in the top of 4.
Okay.
Juice is going. He's got a huge hand flamer unit that he's firing twice. That's lined out, trying to kill drones. All 3 Riptides are still alive.
Knowing how Tau versus Sheen Circle plays, typically it's like Tau tries to not die the first few turns, then Tau cleans up the later half. So 14 to 14 is already in Siegler's favor. He's going to win the back half.
Yeah.
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 Bam.
You heard it here first.
Get out of my head. Big, beautiful man. All right. So what's going on table 1? What's shooting right now?
Will, give us the rundown.
He is shooting with his knights. We just had to check some movement or some line of sight because he had moved the model up, but he pushed it back so that he didn't risk the model falling, that type of stuff.
Right.
So now he's shooting at the chappie because he could not see here.
All right.
Okay.
So he's shooting
All
with the
right.
blue knight right now.
So Blue Knight's going into Chaplain.
He just shot with what he could. The chappie is down to 8 wounds, correct, Justin? And now he's moving on. He's deciding his next shots right now.
So that means he's not hurt then?
He only took 1 wound
Or
out
he
of
took
that.
one
Correct.
wound? Okay.
That was less than that, optimal.
And the Pink Knight's down to 8 wounds, so he's not shooting very well.
Yeah, this blue guy was sitting on 11, so
He's not shooting that great. What is this firing right now? What is that?
Stubbers.
From what? Oh, he hadn't fired the red yet?
Red Knight.
What
Who
killed
shot
the
this right here? Those Rangers.
What killed the Rangers right in front of the Red Knight?
Was it like an overhead gun?
Yeah, it could have been. Oh yeah, they're on
Oh,
top.
that was his missiles from the other one.
The Pink Knight?
Yeah. The Pink Knight's got the missiles on top. They
I
just
see
send
it.
it
I
right.
see it.
here,
I see it.
yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
there they are.
Look at Nick.
There it is.
Doesn't look like enough dice. Oh, he got him.
Right now it is 27-20.
So he's got kill more right there.
Yep.
That's huge.
And he's going to hold more because he's got 3
Does
objectives.
he have a line breaker though?
He probably has
He's got to
make
make
that
this charge
charge.
right here.
He's got to make that charge.
What was that deployment style?
I believe this was. What's the deployment on this?
It was. I'll tell you exactly what it was.
You didn't write that down.
Can't you just remember?
Nope.
Oh, this is
Too hard.
Frontline assault.
Was that the pointy hammer or pointy dawn one?
That can't be frontline assault because
Will, what was the deployment zone on this?
they wrote frontline assault, but it had to be spearhead. It's probably spearhead. Frontline assault is pointy hammer and anvil, and maybe it was that.
We'll wait for Will. All
Actually,
right, we'll
maybe-
take some Rangers to taking some shots.
Because we're watching, dude. There's so many
There's
games,
so many
man.
games. That's fair. That's fair.
one dead. Missiles.
We've lost Will.
If it's frontline assault, and it actually is frontline assault, like
It was correct on the paper.
so he has it right now with that knight.
Oh, wow.
We can see on the lines right now he's crossed with
Which
the
one's
pink
frontline
knight.
assault?
It's pointy dawn of war.
That's a big deal. That knight's got
Oh,
it.
wow.
The knight's got it. You can see right on the. Thank you so much for pulling that up.
Hey, thank you, production. Let's go back to the top down. Yeah.
Pull that top down. As you can see, that knight's crossed right over the line. Thomas, you can draw it for us to show where the line is. Bam, bam.
Can we straighten that up? Yeah, you can kind of see it.
See if he makes a charge.
If you turn it sideways, I mean, you don't need to straighten it. You just draw the line.
7.
Yeah.
Just show.
Nope. Nope.
There we go.
Set 7. Give me
There you go. Thank you. Now he's got to make the. Yep. There's
Oh,
handshake.
That's a handshake.
Yeah.
Who won, though?
I believe Davis.
Davis got it.
If he pulled this guy in, yeah. He's already picked up.
He picked up. He got two. He got a character, which gave him another headhunter. He got.
It
both-
ended in a draw, guys. It ended in a draw.
Oh, did he not make the
27,
charge?
27.
That means Justin wins.
Justin wins. Justin goes on with the draw. They just had a
moves on with
handshake.
the
Had a
draw.
great game. They're hugging it out, guys.
Man.
It was a game that I wouldn't call it. I would call it a little testy at times, but then they would calm down right after shake hands and get right back in it.
Wow.
Sounds like a game between two brothers. Right
That's
for one.
right there.
That's
so they failed that
fantastic.
charge on that last one. Is that what happened?
If I'd have made that,
He failed that charge.
that's it.
Will.
Wow.
Yes, that's correct.
He had to make that charge.
had to
What
make
was
that
that
charge.
roll
What was
on
that
that
charge?
charge?
What did you need?
What do you need?
Night Titans. No, he has like 40 more.
Just leaving us hanging.
What did he need on the charge?
Will.
What? What's the question?
What did he need on that charge with the knight, the red knight, into the last character?
For ties in this tournament, there are points destroyed, right?
Oh, we got
Oh,
good
there's
conversations here.
Red's happy to bust down law.
He's measuring for us.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Uh-oh.
That handshake didn't mean nothing.
That's.
What was that range?
You said there were tiebreakers.
He needed an 8.
What's your pin? Didn't you get tiebreakers?
Such a fickle number. Eights don't get dates.
Eights don't get dates.
Eights don't get dates.
Eights don't
What
get
was the
dates.
distance?
It was an 8. Eights don't get dates, baby.
You heard it here. Nick. I guess that's a
What's the discrepancy right now, Will?
Alright. Hey, just 4 ones. It's not working. Oh, it's not working.
Yeah, the app's not working, so.
Of course.
Because they don't have Apple.
We've been watching. We had been doing it manually.
We're not trying to plug Apple.
I'm just telling you what works and what doesn't work. All right. So, what was the discrepancy there, though, Will? Real quick, if you don't mind telling us.
While he's wrapping
I
that
guess it
up.
doesn't matter.
So that's the last.
What was
game.
the question?
What's the discrepancy?
What was the discrepancy? Why were the
No,
judges needed?
it wasn't a
refs?
discrepancy about their game. It was a discrepancy about what the tiebreaker was to go on from the bracket.
Fair enough.
There was
battle points.
comments from the gallery that created questions, and Red handled it.
As
Yeah.
he does.
And we already know the battle points is a tiebreaker. So if they were tied on battle points, they would have to play.
There would be
another
another.
game.
There would be another game
This
played
was
right
the
now.
bracket that had the upset, right? Like Nick was the leading seed going. No. Justin was the leading seed going this way.
Justin was the leading
But
seed.
Justin was high on battle points, so when he
lost
was
his first game,
prepping,
that was the upset, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. and then-
when he was prepping his turn 6, he knew a tie moved him on. That's how he planned his whole turn, because he knew if he gave up the loss, he didn't. He knew if he tied, he went on.
Wow. So
All right, so we're gonna pull that winner in.
So,
Let's-
Nick, thank you for coming in here, buddy. It's-
yeah.
we,
Thank
you know
you.
we love you, baby.
I know.
I know, and we're congratulations on undefeated.
thank you.
Going into the top bracket.
You excited
for money.
about you? Are you excited about tomorrow though?
I came here to win this tournament. I'm 2/3 the way done.
Dude, give him your hardest mean face, dude. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Nick, love it.
Nick, the Nanavati.
All right, buddy.
Take your drink with you.
Let's see that. He's got his beer. Celebratory
Now you can
beer.
go celebrate and relax. Not too much though. You got to come here fresh tomorrow.
That's right. Let's get the winner, Justin. Pulling it out.
Justin!
Grab those headphones. Congratulations.
Put those headphones on.
What a nail biter.
What? On. Put this behind you so we don't. We're professional here. Come on. Don't act like a slob.
Right when we'll get you set up and we'll get Justin turned
So-
on. Oh, my goodness.
So go ahead. Like, dude.
Tell us what you're thinking going into the game before we get to the results.
No, but what I want to know is the spot where we had you on about 10 minutes. You're like,
So
how are you feeling? Like, your emotions. What
I
are
know
you
you're
feeling?
calculating what you needed,
Yes.
and you knew you needed to draw. Will was giving us the play-by-play. I'm
And
sure
you-
he was
and you
probably
knew what it meant.
pestering
Yes.
So what were you? What was your? How were you? How did you deal with those emotions?
Jumping right to the end.
yeah.
I can't help it. I want to know. I want to
Get
know.
the good stuff.
I do. That's what I do.
Howard Stern, hard hitting.
That's what I do. Ask my wife.
So
I'm sorry. Too much.
I
Dial it
knew,
back.
to be honest, we both sat down and at the beginning we were like, we don't have that many miles. We're not going to get clocked. Like, it's fine. And at that time I was like, hey, we don't have a clock, but how much time do we have? Because I want to make sure that, like, I'm not messing up his time. If we had 20 minutes, I didn't want to sit there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
And he only had like 5 minutes left or whatever,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So once they said he had an hour, I was like, all right, do you mind? Let me take a second. I need to breathe. It was getting heated a little bit. Fun, friendly, great. Above
Just
board.
competitive. Competitive is the
above
right
board.
word.
And
Yeah.
this is a high-pressure game. Like, we both know, like,
Yeah.
what's happening. This is the money shot right here.
And so I had the app.
Another one. Put it in chat. Money shot. You
that
heard
is-
it from Thomas Bird.
If you
Keep
watch
going.
the
I'm
stream
sorry.
later, well, you
Keep
just sabotaged
going.
me.
Keep going. Keep going.
I just knew that with the money shot coming, I just wanted to make sure my face was clean. So
It's rolling with it. Oh, money. I love this guy. I love this guy.
You want to make sure it's made.
so I sat down and I was playing. It was my phone that we were using to score, and I was like, I need a pen, I need a paper now. I
Yeah.
got to write this down. So I was
Yeah.
at 24:20, I was 25:20, and I know I needed hold and kill to get to 27. He was at 20. He was gonna get 2 for old school for sure. He was gonna kill something. He was gonna get into the zone.
Yeah.
So that's 2. He needed extra headhunter. Not really any way I could get away from it. Maybe I might have misplayed 1. Got a headhunter, so that's 3. And then he got the other 4. Hold, kill, hold more, kill more.
Yeah.
So that's 27-27. I asked everyone, hey, what's the battle point score? I know the battle points was the tiebreaker.
You're up by 5.
Exactly. So if I win, I'm in. If I lose, I'm out.
If you draw,
If I draw, I'm in.
you're in. That's right.
I mean, I'm okay with kissing my sister today. I mean, I'm telling you, like,
It's messed up, but I
draw.
agree. Okay.
a tie is like kissing your sister. But yeah, so I sat back. I did the math. I knew I had to get a kill, so I did a couple extra things. The Daedalosus with his extra D3.
So that was a
more
Daedalus.
wounds.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why you got the 2s. I figured it was, but it didn't really look like the model or something. I don't know. We didn't have
So the
good camera
Daedalosus, 1 time per game, gets
Oh, yeah. This guy uses it on me all the time.
D3 mortal.
D3 mortals or heal.
I got a 3. I think he passed 1 or 2, but besides the point, I knew I had a bunch of shots. Thunderfires did their job, killed the Nurglings.
Yep.
Got my kill. I knew I wasn't going to get anything else, and he could kill as many as he wanted. He made the right plays. If he makes that charge at the end, I didn't realize the bonus. I got a little lucky there.
I was like, oh, he
But-
can get the
Hold
bonus
all
right
4.
here.
He gets
But
it.
I had a dream. I'm not kidding you. I had a dream on Wednesday before I came down here that at some point in the tournament, it was going to do a 50-50 roll. What's a 7? That's 50-50.
Yeah.
He didn't make it. So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Little intuition.
Oh, so he needed a 7?
Yeah, he needed a 7 with the knight to get
Oh,
to the Daedalosus.
okay. It was an 8, but with the ghost inch, it's 7, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Plus
something
one.
like
Right,
that.
right, right, right.
We both agreed it was a 7. He rolled 2 3s.
Yeah.
Wow.
I might get 33 tattooed on my
Wow.
arm or
You
something.
might.
I don't know.
Wow. It was clutch. Well, talk
Dude.
about
Davis,
great,
hey, I just want to
awesome.
say, to be honest, I've had unbelievable opponents. The people that aren't here and were bashing this tournament on the internet, crazy. Like, this is one of the best events I've ever been to.
Wow, we love to hear that. We
So-
work very hard for this, and
Um,
we're great to hear the opponents.
And
that
then
love this.
personally, I mean, to be honest, with the stars and everything, I know that, you know, I've had some issues in the past, but I'm trying to stay as above board as I can. I love being on stream because then everybody can see how I'm playing, see my roles. Anybody can call me out if I screw something up.
Yeah.
Everyone screws something up at some point.
Yeah.
Sure.
But, you know, as long as I'm on board and everybody can see it, I just want to make sure that I'm as honest as I can be. So
Good.
I've gotten some good feedback from some opponents, or pretty much every opponent. And
That's great,
and
man.
it's been amazing. So-
Yeah, you played a great game, and we watched it. And
Dude.
congratulations on the win. Super
mean,
excited for you, man.
Yeah, that was an amazing.
And way to finish the second day, right? Going in the brackets head-to-head for the win. Wow. So we're going to go to a break real quick and get set up for the last guy. But appreciate you coming
Yeah,
in.
absolutely.
Great to have you in the
Thank you.
booth.
Congratulations,
Going
man.
to day 2 or day 3 for the money.
For the money, man.
I appreciate it.
This is awesome.
Man, give him your best war face, dude.
I will.
There he is.
That's it.
Justin Lois pulling
Thank
it
you,
out
buddy.
in the
Thanks,
end.
guys. Hey,
All right.
hopefully I can get to that last game.
All right.
You got it.
That's
we're
it.
Be watching
Money.
it. And we're going to break, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Blue Whale Studios is a specialty makeup effects company here in Atlanta, Georgia.
We try to take on a very broad range of projects, not only for our own interest, but to really branch out our own creativity, branch out the creativity of our artists, and offer as many services to multiple clients as possible.
Something unique about Blue Whale Studios is the range of different opportunities that come in. We work with a lot of films, a lot of cosplays.
Video game, corporate work, theme parks, cruise lines. If it involves our services of sculpting, molding, and casting, we are going to take it on. We're trying to bring something a little bigger to not just the film industry, but almost all industries that we work within. You know, bringing more of a unique and personal touch to relationships, both personal and business.
Best thing at working at Blue Whale is the positive atmosphere. I mean, Matt and Jonah are such great leaders and directors, and the whole crew here, everyone respects each other. We all have a really good time.
Everyone gets along, and we are all friends with each other, so it makes for a very pleasant working environment.
Everybody that works for Blue Whale Studios is their own charismatic character, and it's great working with that dynamic.
You know, look, at the end of the day, we love what we do. We get to come to an amazing place every day, doing the work we love, around people we love. We really hope that passion that we bring to our studio, to the people that work for us, and to the work we put out is evident to everyone that we work for. We're big kids making toys. I mean, you can't really go wrong with something like that.
All right, guys.
All
Thank
right,
you
we're
for
back.
waiting.
Yep.
We got a new guy here. It's Trent.
A new guy, but not a stranger to the winning booth.
A new old guy. A new old guy? Okay.
So obviously, John Lennon, great to have you back.
Dude.
You won the last game, so tell us a little bit about it.
How about yes? Tell us a little bit about that. But how did you feel going into that?
Yeah.
Knowing because you came off a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was that hard for you, or were you like, I've got enough points where I can do it?
So I definitely wasn't pleased with the loss, but
Sure, I mean,
Alex
whoever.
was honestly a fantastic opponent, and it came down to turn 6. So sometimes if it goes right down to the wire, he wins by a couple points, couple dice rolls. You can't feel bad about that. It was a good game. I had a fun time. So
yeah,
I was a little sad.
Let's set the stage, right? So like you lost that game, the head-to-head. You lost to Alex. So going into the last round, if you win and Alex wins, you're up by 10 points. Alex has got to pull a big win to kind of surpass you, right?
Yep.
So are you thinking about what he's doing, or are you just like, I'm going to play my game, I'm going to rock my guy and let him not get 10 extra points on me?
I was thinking that he was playing against my buddy Ruben, so I just told Ruben before the game he'll take care of me.
Oh, we just talked to Ruben, and we're like, did he tell you to sweep the leg? He's like, yeah, pretty much.
I said, Ruben, did John come up to you and tell you, sweep the leg? No mercy.
I think I offered to buy him a cigar.
Well, Ruben did work on him.
Oh, he earned his
he dropped the elbow hammer from the top rope, Poor Alex. We had a good shot at Alex's sad face as he was sitting there defeated. He was a great sport about it. He gave us a high five. So
I believe that.
he's a great guy, and so kudos to him. He can walk away knowing that he beat the John Lennon, the guy who's going to the finals and going for the big money.
That is good to hear. I like to hear that.
So congratulations on that.
Secured your place in there solidly, sir.
That's right. So we had some great action on the last round. So like you guys were kind of going head-to-head inadvertently. We kind of watching to see how he does.
Well,
and then we saw.
Hold on. That's not exactly true.
What's that?
He moved up midfield with all the what?
We're talking about. We didn't talk about how he did in the game. We're talking about Alex versus him on the opposite tables. We're watching both, kind of seeing how they go.
Yeah.
It was kind of dire for Alex early on.
It was dire for Alex early on.
I mean, we got to go first, and our artillery just does what it does.
He's got damage to artillery. That's work.
He's picking up. He's picking up his Thunderfires on the first turn, and Alex already in the hole.
Like you said, it was about who went first on that match.
Alex made some moves, but it wasn't enough. So kudos to him for giving it a good try. So
in your game, I know it was. I just felt like So I guess my question for you: what do you think? I know he wanted to screen you, but didn't that just push you up the field and give you like easy things to just wrap and hold and be like, all right, I'll be there in a minute. One moment.
When Nick threw all those infantry right up on the other side of that wall, we're like, what does he think's going to happen right here?
Yeah, so my thought process, and I kind of talked to him afterwards, he definitely, I don't think he was trying to scream me out, which isn't a bad play. I just don't think he quite executed it right because he put the infantry all one at a time so I could shoot one unit to death and then I have a hole to go through. Right. And he also didn't wrap me tight, so I had room to move around, get my flamers in line of sight, which Centurion flamers do work on infantry.
Yeah, they do work on everything.
I kind of like the play of yeah, I like the play of pushing the squad up, but
literally,
yeah, I kind of talked to him after the game. I was like, I think if you had taken 2 infantry squads, combined squads, and then move them all the way up in a bow, and then put everything back and just wrap those Centurions and dudes, so I don't just hit him with the smash captain like that.
Yeah.
Because then like I could totally come up and wrap him, but then he's got his Centurions to advance and charge and counterattack. So he's got some more play there.
Yeah.
When he put it all forward, it let me move up a little bit, but then shoot a hole in the screen, charge right through it. Consolidated some characters, so I think he just needed to be farther back and have about 40 of those guys wrapped around one of some of the Centurions.
Yeah, we saw the play developing, but it wasn't quite there, so we kind of saw it, and then you just
the smash guy. Yeah, that turn 2.
We watched it. I was like brutal. I was like, oh, and then he's still touching the tank. I was like,
it was such that was such a good play. You're like just out of an inch, consolidate.
Oh, so to give you extra added, so Damien, who was sitting at 4-1 in the People's Champion, 5 wins takes the People's Champion vote. You won it for him, so he's still in the match.
Thank you, man. You kept me in.
4-2.
Kept me in, baby.
Congratulations, Damien's still holding on to the lifeline.
But
barely.
And
congratulations to you in the win. We're going to look forward to seeing you in the final single elimination. No room for mistakes tomorrow. But
all right, perfect.
We'll see you then. So let's let you go, and let's go pull up the brackets and see where the final standings are.
Thank you, John.
All right, thank you.
Great to have you, man.
So there's the brackets for tomorrow, guys.
That's where it's standing.
This is the 8.
This is the top 8 in the money bracket. So all of these guys are guaranteed to walk out of here with some cash. The top prize for number 1 is $5,000. So everyone's walking away with money. Here we are sitting at top. Austin Wingfield, crushing it. He went 6-0. Richard Sigler also 6-0. Justin Loos, who we just had in here previous to to John Lennon, pulling out that draw, which actually let him win on the tiebreaker.
So that makes him 4-1-1.
That's right.
John Lennon.
Yeah, Steam Prapreen went undefeated.
5-1.
John Lennon 5-1. He won.
No,
yeah, he lost 1 to Alex.
John Lennon 5-1, and Naden
and Sean all undefeated, and Nick
Nanavati undefeated.
Well, a lot of high names in the list.
I mean, what more can you ask for from a dadgum tournament?
And you got pro players all the way to the top. So this is fantastic. As a 40K nerd, you can't just this is what it's all about, and we get to watch it, and we get to see this and comment on it and share that with you guys.
So to you guys in particular, man, thank you guys so much for being here with us today. I know it was a long day, and you guys all stayed around.
Wow, we appreciate you hanging with us the whole time. Shout out to you. If you like what we're doing, subscribe, share that with us. Again, if you're an Amazon Prime member,
that's right.
It comes with a free subscription. So if you're not using that, use that with us. It really helps us out a lot. Shout out to our sponsors. We wouldn't be able to do this without our sponsors. RS Andrews. Like them on Facebook. Like
Blue Whale.
Pro Tabletop. We'll get some awards for you for that. There's a prize. Blue Whale. Secret Weapon Miniatures, Pop Goes the Monkey. There's our Pro Tabletop clothing line, official line.
If you go to the website, you can get PTT or Pro Tabletop
logos,
different logos and stuff. They're really nice shirts. You could see them on the advertisement, as the English would say.
That's right. 3D Wargaming. Making our objective markers and terrain, so you can go buy that. If you want the mats, go to Greece at Frontline Gaming. They sell the mats there. Man, we just got so many people helping us. The event has been fantastic so far. I can't tell you how many positive statements I've gotten on and off the camera as we've just been going through this.
That's
and
right,
we really
Thomas.
are just trying to make this thing happen. And we're glad you guys are with us.
And so, honestly, you guys at home and stuff, if you are in the area and you want to come by tomorrow to watch these final guys play,
you guys come on.
Come on down, man. Thomas and I would love to
come meet the players, see who they are in person. They're real people. They know they play 40K, but they're really super nice guys. You meet them in person, happy to sit down and talk.
That's right.
And we're going to have Championship Sunday, Warhammer all day. Oh, yeah, that's going to be good. So we're starting tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
That's right.
And rolling it up.
Stream will start at 8:45. So if you wanted to tune in, just hear Thomas and I talk for 15 minutes. That's cool. And we'll just pull up the standings one more time. So you can kind of see.
And so, single elimination tomorrow. There are other bracket winners, but the top bracket number 1, is where the money's at.
So there's the Group A, Wingfield, of course,
Again,
Lennon.
Each winner of the top player in each group, they are advancing to the number 1 group. And so same thing with number 2. They're going to Group 2 or bracket 2 on the day 3. So those groups will lay out who's going to be in the final rounds.
That's exactly right.
Fantastic. And there's their final scores.
All right.
Oh, man. So we've had a long day.
Oh,
we appreciate
Meaty
you.
Hooks, thank you for that that sub. And guys, honestly, thank you so much for the subs. Like it means the world to us that you're interested in what we're doing.
We hope we're doing a good job. Let us know what we could do better. We're all looking about improving and making this something that we can move forward and bring to you even more. So
and we will see you guys tomorrow at 8:45.
We'll see you then.
See you guys.
Woo!